hopefully too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, King Shikamuru.
Is it okay? Pre-show mushrooms. Tell me
Hello.
about your mushrooms.
Hello, internet friends. Welcome. Hello, internet.
It's the pre-show.
Oh, good. We've got audio.
It's a little bit different when you're on Zoom because it feels more like a structured.
Yeah. Why are we hearing the echo from?
Who's echoing?
I
was actually listening to Rime of the Frost Maiden today, and so mine was not on mute. I don't like to admit that.
No, I was listening to something and mine was not on mute either. So
pre-show we were just talking. You missed an exciting conversation about all the awful things that that small children will look at under microscopes.
They're not awful.
And all the many ways you can collect blood samples to.
Amy's first suggestion was cut your sister and get the blood from that. And I'm over here like, I just got water from the tap. What kind of childhood did you have?
That's no fun though. You gotta get stuff moving in it. Get stuff from outside.
Yes.
Things were moving in my water.
Well, that's
then that's okay. But yeah, outdoor water.
Are we episode 38?
But no, we have lots of
mushrooms
outside.
Mushroom.
Cryptosporidium.
I went through a phase where myconids were my favorite bad guys in D&D.
We met one today in Frost Maiden.
Oh, there you go. I was not listening to that part clearly.
Yeah. It's so fun because we're on like a speed through the rest of the module. Every enemy we meet is a helpful NPC now. Like we encountered a.
Guess who just didn't put themselves on mute? And
you still don't trust them. That's the best.
A mind flare nautiloid with no mind flares.
Wow.
And in the module, you're supposed to fight all the mind flares. And this one, they're like, here, come join our ship. We'll drive you where you're going.
We'll take you to the end game. Come on.
Nice.
There's something to be said for that level of artful railroading.
Well, I mean, if you're surrounded by a bunch of illithids and they're like, here's where you're going to go. You're like, well,
there's where we're going to go.
Yep.
I'm listening to the tentacled guys.
Yeah,
maybe it's just the Cthulhu GM in me. I'm very excited. So we're going to spend Thanksgiving with my sister and my brother-in-law and my family. And my sister today, as we were, wow, this is the bougiest scent ever. As we were picking the condo, we're going to stay out on the beach for Thanksgiving. She goes, hey, could you run a Cthulhu one-shot for us? And I just,
Take it on a train.
I got that Grinch grin.
Just put it on a train, just like you're all in a beach house.
It's funny. I think I'm going to run the other adventure that was in the Blackwater Creek book.
Oh.
Which wouldn't have worked. Which was not that translatable to the Old West, so I didn't do that one. But
it was all about a car chase.
There's a car. It's gangsters. It's a car chase. It's that sort of thing. And I was like, there could be a way it could work, but I didn't want to shoehorn it in. I've done enough shoehorning in this thing. Wow. It was weird going back to the studio on Monday. It was good though. I more so as a player, like actually being in studio is weird for me because I just stop and watch. There were long periods where I just, because James does business and I will watch James' business all day long and twice on Sunday.
You should join his OnlyFans.
No.
I knew.
Like watch James' business.
James Aaron. Oh.
Well.
Awesome.
No, only James fans.
Well, it's better than lonely fans.
Yeah, that's but GMing, I just so much prefer the energy and being able to see everybody and that sort of thing. It's
while you're tearing them apart, you can see their eyes.
Well, I have a bad habit of looking, like when I'm doing Zoom, I'm looking, like if Nick's talking, I'm looking at Nick. And so all the camera's seeing is like my head leaning down.
So I out here, I had to position Ezra up top because you're the DM.
Yes.
So that
I'm the keeper of arcane knowledge.
Thank you very much. Yes.
You're the meanie.
Yes.
He's our dungeon master and our keeper of arcane knowledge.
I did my last podcast with Banana Chan, and she has a game on Kickstarter right now that looks fantastic. It is it's called An Exquisite Crime, and it's this is reductive, but it's kind of a role-playing game of the board game Telestrations. And the idea is that you are all there was, I guess, in the turn of the century, there was a school of crime solving of crime artists. And so you are all crime artists, and you're drawing stuff around, and you're doing these communal drawings of like the scene, so like you might get a prompt, like what's an item that was at the scene? What is, something you noticed about, and then we all draw it and it's on the table. And then you're like using that in the game. And you have cards that sort of modify who you are, like, oh, you're a fake, or oh, you're actually a psychic, or that sort of thing. It looks fantastic. I'm very excited about it. But she was walking through it with me, and I had to back it immediately just because I love that idea, and because Banana Chan's awesome.
Also, isn't that pretty quick turnover for her? Because didn't she just finish Zhongxi
Yep.
2 years ago, I think it launched, and it probably funded, I don't know when, you know what I mean? That's
Zhongxi hopefully is, so the PDFs are out of Zhongxi, but the actual getting the game to America is a whole nother matter. It should be here any time now. She has 2 Kickstarters going right now. She has another one. If you want to get freaked out, it's got some crazy name that I don't remember, about mass consumption, but it's essentially a collection of modern day horror LARPs. And the really cool thing is that the player count increases every game. So the first game is a solo horror LARP, and then 2 players, 3, 4, all the way up to 8 players. And then there are several for that many. And they all involve sitting at the table and eating food. And so it's like, but the reason that the thing that freaked me out, when for the Kickstarter page on that, they filmed this cult, don't call it a cult, recruitment video. And it's just the freakiest thing. It's like a midsummer come to life. It is very alarming. But one of the games she was talking about, you're all eating around the table, and somebody is playing the ghost of someone who died, and they are under the table, and they are possessing people during the game. And so there's this jump scare thing where you get grabbed under the table, and now you're the ghost.
Oh, geez.
And so then you swap places, but and
so you have somebody under the table, is what you're telling me.
Yep.
Giggity.
I'm just waiting for somebody to bump. See, I'm just worried about bumping my head. That would be what that would be my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're worried about bumping. Yes.
When you're playing.
Oh God.
All right. So we do have our first review on this pre-show. Is that this is the banter part without any banter.
Wow.
Well.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say it's 6 o'clock. We're going to head over to the slate right now, and we will be back in just a couple of seconds for the actual show. So we'll be right back.
Hello, internet friends, and welcome to Quests and Cthulhu. And I'm pretending like we weren't just talking to you 10 seconds ago. Thank you so much for spending part of your geekend with us. We are playing Call of Cthulhu. Just a few quick announcements, and then we'll get to the banter that you come for. I know this is not what you. We have our friends at Birds of Paradise the makers of these lovely Saguaro dice that I can barely fit in my hand. The D4 of the Saguaros is actively dangerous if it's on the floor. But Birds of Paradise makes all the dice, the official dice of the Great Dane Society, and they are fantastic. We roll them. You should too. Birds of Paradise, if you use our code, I think it's chaotic, but I never remember. If you use our code, you get some cash off of your order at their site. More dice are being added there all the time. And you can't say enough about Andrea and her wonderful dice. Our friends at Nord Games, they make supplements system agnostic. So, if you're really looking for a fantasy settlement to add to your Star Trek game, you can put it in there. By the way, Star Trek Adventures is a surprisingly good system. I really enjoy it. You can use Nord Games. They make all sorts of great books. They have a ridiculous URL for their website that I will not even deign to pretend to say.
NordGamesLLC.com/3.
What's that called? The DAP? I don't do that.
//
Use our code there. You're going to get some cash off your order. It's nice. It's a way of getting interesting stuff to help your fantasy game without giving wizards money, which is a beautiful thing. Let's see here. We have we're going to do a giveaway tonight. Very exciting. Is Bomb Clancy on? Or did she's going to appear.
God.
We've summoned her.
Yeah.
It's like Bloody Mary. If you say giveaway 3 times, Bomb Clancy appears.
That's Beetlejuice.
It was Bloody Mary first. So you can, we're going to give away either a Nord Games deck of your choice. It would be funny if you just picked a normal deck of cards. That would be Nord Game decks of your choice, or anything, and I mean anything, that is currently in our merch store, which is 4 things.
That's not a bundle, right?
That's not a bundle.
Single item.
Yep. Yep. A pair of tumblers counts as a single item.
There you go. You can get a pair of the Silver Dollar Tavern. Is it tavern, or I don't remember what they're called.
Silver Bullet Saloon.
Silver
But I'll take a silver dollar if you got one.
You can get the tumblers. You can get a shirt with an octopus on it in size 4XL or size extra small. Those are the ones.
So we have found out that 2XLs, there are no more octopus shirts available.
There you go.
Octopus are kind of large, though.
Yeah, you try putting that shirt on. I mean, it's the armholes. They're just
the ones that I eat are really small.
The ones that eat you are really large, though. We're going to do a giveaway. We'll do that at the break. And we have a full week. Today, I don't know if you saw it earlier, Rime of the Frost Maiden emerged from its cocoon as a beautiful butterfly with a new character and all sorts of excitement. And it will, because James made his saving throw, it will be here next week as well. So our schedule next week, Monday, Swords of Sages, we are back. Then Wednesday, a new episode of the Redacted Reports drops. And then Saturday, it's our doubleheader, Rime of the Frost Maiden, 11 o'clock again. 11 o'clock again. That's there you go. And then we're back at 6 o'clock, closing it out. And when we talk about our schedule, I mentioned it last time, but we've got a little more firmed up. I want to let folks know that we are going to be off. The Great Danes are going to be off November 20th and November 27th in honor of gluttony. That's what we're going to be.
I was going to say St. Patrick, but whatever. I feel like he needs a double header. I feel like he needs 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so
I'll raise a glass to that.
Exactly. Here's to day drinking.
Cheers.
Don't you just call that drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Next week,
in the morning.
All right. Yeah. So next week we're playing, and then we're off 2 weeks, and then we are back until Christmas because somebody didn't want to play on Christmas Day.
Oh, Tiana.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to play on Christmas. I love Christmas. I'm a Jew that loves Christmas.
Christmas
all right.
is important, damn it.
I'm looking forward to it. So that is the announcements. I think we're not looking at any bits yet, so we're going to dive in. So friends, follow us down darker trails. And that's why you always leave a note. Welcome back, everybody. If you've watched this stuff for as long as we've been doing it, if there's one thing that is always true, it's that Amy doesn't get enough camera time. So Amy, do some math for us real quick.
All right, so our guilt trip has worked, and the Hefner has given us 1,000 bits. I'm assuming 1:1 or whatever is one for us and one for Ezra. And then apparently we still have 4 squeal bits left.
We do have 4 squeal bits.
Enjoy some bacon.
There you go.
Actual bacon bits usually.
Yeah, squeal is not the bacon bits. That's that. All right, so bienvenidos a Mexico. The last time the Danes left Stillwater in the dust for the second time. Sorry, not Stillwater, Valentine.
Hashtag not Stillwater.
And headed to Texas, where they could drop off a body with a not dead body with the federal marshals, and then built themselves a small expedition to travel down south to Mexico. They traveled as far south through Texas as they could, and made it to a small. They stayed in a small town north of Monterey, and they celebrated Day of the Dead there, and there were plenty of dead around, and it was a strangely restful night for them. It was not their usual craziness, and they appreciated it. And so you have now, you've been traveling now south from Monterey, making okay time, but not great time. Are you avoiding settlements? You have to go in every once in a while to get supplies.
Other than that, I think, avoiding.
Yeah, I didn't think we wanted to go into there.
I mean, I would assume that it would depend upon the size of it, right? Like a small little town, there might not be a lot there, but we're probably not going to be noticed as much. So if one of us comes in with a little bit of money, it's not going to be a big deal. We get a couple things, and we kind of play it like that, I would think.
Sure.
So yeah, the trade-off is if you're doing that in small towns, everything's more expensive.
Well, and there's less of it.
And you're sort of taking whatever they've got. If you go into big towns, you have more choice and that sort of thing. And so
you make less of an impact in a larger town.
I agree.
Yeah,
because a small town, everyone knows everyone.
There you go. All right, so you are.
So you want to do that? Also, I mean, I'm assuming, are we rolling like survival intermittently to try and see if we can?
Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. And so are you mainly camping?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's where some survival rolls come in.
Before we get to any sort of survival roll, the Dead Boy 42 with 500 bits for Ramsey to get some more screen time. So let's do something reckless.
Well, there we go. Yeah, all right. So thank you, Dead Boy. Our best to you and Live Mom. It is awesome to see you out here today. And so yeah, everybody make me for the first week. Everybody make me a survival roll.
Nope.
Survival.
Okay.
28, which is that's hard.
No.
Ooh, nope. 28, which is a not at all make.
All right, so Ramsey, I was looking for 2 successes, and Ramsey gets you 2 successes. So Ramsey, what is something that you do that first week that keeps these idiots alive?
Something I do. It keeps everybody alive.
I burn a citronella candle.
Well, I make sure that we have enough water. I mean, I think that's one going to be the big things. I mean, you could go for a while without eating, but you cannot go a while without good water. So I make sure we have water.
All right, there you go. Yeah. So that first week, you run through your the supplies that you had, and Ramsey finds a spring that is potable, and you are able to drink there no problem. You're now about 100 miles south of Monterey. It is relatively it's not that slow going as you come out of the foothills of you're in the state of Nuevo Leon, and you're heading for the state of Tamaulipas, and then through Tamaulipas, which is the coastal state, you'll get into Veracruz, and that's where you think that you're going is. As you found out from the library in Dallas, there is a Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan is not just Mexico City. There's a Tenochtitlan, the Olmec Tenochtitlan, somewhere in close to the coast, down in Veracruz. You don't have a lot more than that to go on. So at some point, you're going to need to do some detective work.
Veracruz is all coast.
Yes.
Son of a...
luckily, a couple of you are now fluent in Spanish. And one thing you've learned this week is that whenever those of you who learned Spanish speak it, people compliment your accent. They say it sounds like you're from, and it sounds like you're from Mexico City.
Okay.
And so you have an excellent, your accent sounds native to them, cool. Basically.
In that travel time, did those of us who took damage from being nommed on get healed?
Yes. Any damage, anybody who lost con, that does not come back, but anybody who lost health, you're all good.
So it's the 2 gingers who people think sound like native.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. They're very confused, but when they look at you and all of a sudden this perfectly formed Spanish comes out, they get a little like, okay. But, and you, so yeah, you're about 100 miles south of Monterey, and you are in a small town. Alacateca is the name of it. It's an intersection, really. It's an intersection of adobe buildings. There's a cantina that you are planning on spending the night at, because Abe is sick of sleeping on a bedroll.
Mm-hmm.
And Jared and Susanna, you have sort of gone in to negotiate the rooms and that sort of thing. And that's, once again, the guy's like, oh, you speak very well. You're from Mexico City?
Travel around.
We stayed there for a while.
I see. Well, yeah, are you with the Padre?
The Padre?
We have no political leanings, if that's what you're asking.
No, there's a gringo priest here with some people, and you're gringos. I thought maybe. No offense, of course. I mean, your Spanish is very good. Your man.
No offense taken. We're not with him. It's just an interesting coincidence.
Okay. How many rooms do you want? I got 3.
Well, then we will happily take 3.
Okay.
Well, there's the question of mine and kind of do the like our money's low, whatever gesture is that without like in front of him being
right.
Like, remember, we don't have much like supplies in this.
Right.
Like, how much are those rooms first?
If you got American dollars, I give you the 3 rooms for $1.
Yeah.
Right.
And a bottle of tequila.
Sold, sir.
All right. He pulls out this bottle of, a dangerously clear liquid.
Is there
with a small worm floating at the bottom.
Yeah.
Nice. Just look at it like, all right.
That takes Ramsey's attention right there.
And I'll pull out the $1 and.
I already deducted. I beat you to it.
All you, buddy.
All right. So you are all kind of sitting down in the cantina, and you hear a voice in English saying, Abe Froman, as I live and breathe in Mexico.
And I turn around to see.
All right. Make me an intelligence roll.
I was going to ask how far we were into the tequila by the time this happened.
All right.
So it's a standard success.
All right. So you recognize this guy from business school. His name is Caldwell Cunningham. And he was a pretty good student. He comes from old money.
That's my question. Is he new rich or old rich?
Yeah, he comes from old money. But he is wearing a priest's a Catholic priest's hassock.
Well, look at you, old chap. What's with the costume? Halloween was like last week.
The church pays. There's a surprising amount of money in the Catholic Church.
Well, there's a surprising amount of alcohol too, but.
Oh, speaking of which, and he looks at the bartender and he goes, put them on my tab.
Ooh, all right. So I said, and does he gesture like, I'm like, can I? Okay.
Yeah, and he says, so what are you doing in Mexico? And he'll say, where are my manners? I'm Caldwell Cunningham. Nice to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Howdy.
These are my traveling companions. We're on a small adventure. We're on a small archaeological adventure.
Archaeological? Abe, you get dirty?
Oh no, I supervise.
Ha! Wise man. Where are your diggers? It's hard to find good help in this country.
We're headed far south. So we figured we would, at this point, our plan is to get to the site and hire local.
Okay. Yeah. People who know the area. Smart.
Yeah. It's kind of expensive to drag all your labor down from Texas or where, what I mean?
I'm just going to say some words in Old Mech. Just
Old Mech?
Yeah.
Old Mech.
Old Mech.
The guy stares at you and he just goes, okay. That's kind of sounds like Spanish. I don't speak the language myself.
Yeah, it's the language of the defunct civilization that we were going to investigate.
Wow. So Abe, this church thing is a scam on the highest level. You got to get in on this.
So can I buy like 2 churches? I don't understand. What do you mean by get in on this?
So I have a commission from the Vatican. So the current president of Mexico is not a fan of the Catholic Church. He's trying to nationalize all of the buildings, forced the church to sell their land to help the people or some crap.
Mm-hmm.
I have a commission from the Vatican to come down here and determine the mineral rights of the land that the church owns.
Oh, so do you also have an archaeology team with you?
Oh, that wouldn't be archaeological.
I don't know.
We have some engineers. I hire local as well.
Mm-hmm.
But here's what I'm getting at. How would each of you like to make $250?
Ooh.
Yes.
Does it involve drinking and sitting around? The answer is yes.
Mostly.
Well, if you did some prospecting.
And if you play your cards right, I could probably get the Archbishop to pray for your immortal soul.
That's fantastic. I don't have to be a Catholic, do I? Or do anything religious. I can still sleep with women, right?
Well, oh, yeah.
Okay,
okay,
right.
Okay, but okay, get back to that immortal soul thing.
That was a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind then. Okay.
I mean, I could probably do it. I know the Archbishop.
I just, kind of wondering, So
Yes.
let's say you have committed your soul to an entity, right? Does the Archbishop have the power to sort of like break that deal and bring it
It
back?
actually does crack on that.
Abe, does he know that all this isn't real?
I don't think he does. Better yet, what kind of like jewelry and rings does the Archbishop wear? I'm kind of looking to like up level my pinky ring.
You want to rob the Archbishop of
No,
Mexico?
I just want to know who his jeweler is.
Oh, Abe Froman. I have missed this. Do you remember that bodega that we stole those we stole? Well, okay.
The ham and cheese sandwich, of course.
Oh, that
one
was
for each pocket, my friend.
the best damn sandwich I've ever eaten.
Yeah.
Stolen stuff just tastes better.
Well, it's more fun. The running is the best part.
Yeah. But no, you know what?
You run.
Only from the police, sir.
You know what? If your friend wants it, we can go to Mexico City. I can get the Archbishop to pray for your immortal souls. He owes me a favor anyway.
Well, what if we've got a sick friend? Could we get
you want some hand
for them?
Sure, yeah. The Archbishop owes me $100 from a poker game. I can call in that debt. He'll pray for whatever the hell you want. You want,
a poker game with the Archbishop. Now that would be an introduction.
Oh man, they don't cheat.
Are you sure?
He doesn't cheat.
So how did all the popes have like girlfriends and children?
Oh no, I meant at cards.
Oh, okay. I think that sounds like a hell of a time. Gambling with the Archbishop.
All right, yeah. So here's the deal. $250. Are you familiar with the story of the Virgin of Tepeyac Hill?
Nope.
I guess somebody could make a hard history roll.
No, I would have to roll a 5 or better, and I'm not playing.
No. I mean, always roll. Why not roll?
You might get a check.
I made a regular.
All right, with a regular, you know that Mexico has a unique connection with the Virgin Mary. Like they as a country, they just identify more with Maria Guadalupe, as they call her, than they do even with Jesus. She's like their patron, and various localities will have churches to Maria Guadalupe de whatever.
That's where she grants them Eldritch Blast. She's their patron.
So he'll say, well, so Tepeyac was in the 1500s. Some rube was visited by the Virgin Mary, and we built a big cathedral there. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's about 30 miles outside of Mexico City. And there's a statue of the Virgin Mary there that seems to have gone missing.
And it's not like, church versus church football game where, one church steals it from the other church kind of thing.
Oh, Abe, there's not another church in Mexico. We're the only game in town.
Got it. How big was the statue?
Yeah.
About 2 feet tall.
Oh.
Why don't you just get another one made and put it back and say you found it? I mean,
because this one cried.
Oh, I was going to say, does it got jewels on it or something? But it hasn't.
This one cried in way back in the olden days.
So you had like waterworks and like that. Okay, I understand.
Look, I don't know about that. I've only seen it once. It's kind of small. Didn't really speak to me, but so look, I'm going to pay you the $250 just to come with me in case there's trouble, whether we get the statue back or not. If we get the statue back, then I put in a good word with the Archbishop. You guys are taken care of. You'll want for nothing in Mexico. They'll love you here.
Where do you think the statue is?
Well, we're not sure.
So we're going to Mexico City to discover clues on where it might have gone?
It can't have gone far. I mean, you can't sell that. There's nowhere in Mexico you could sell that thing.
Somebody put it in their house.
It's a national icon. Everyone in this country knows what it is.
Yeah, it would be hard for somebody to get it out of the country.
I mean, it's just a sidetrack to Mexico City, basically. Basically, you're just asking me for $250 to hang out, drink some liquor, play some cards.
Maybe find a statue, maybe not. Abe's got it.
Exactly. What does everybody think?
Mexico City is to the south, right?
Yeah, we're going that way.
Yeah, so essentially, you were going to go south, and then you were going to go this way. Mexico City is that way. Mexico City will be up into the foothills. It's at Mexico City is pretty high up there.
And then we just have to come back down and go down where we want to go.
Yeah.
So,
but this money would go a long way towards putting together whatever kind of expedition you want to put together.
Oh yeah.
Right. I mean, it is a bit out of our way, but helping to fund the expedition a little bit more might be real useful.
Finding things. It's what we do.
Well, I am glad to hear that.
Gambling with the Archbishop. That's what I did.
Well, there's definitely going to be some of that as well. There's definitely going to be. I mean, the Archbishop will have to, until we find until we figure out what's going on with the statue. We're going to keep the Archbishop stuff. He's a busy man, but once we get that statue, why were you so interested in having your immortal soul prayed for?
Not mine, someone else's.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure. Well, look, me and the boys, we're planning on leaving tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. I don't think we're planning to stay here longer than that anyway.
I'll be honest. The boys, the locals, they don't get up probably till 11. They're gonna go hard tonight.
Fantastic. Count me in.
So we're gonna be riding during the hottest part of the day. That's what you're saying.
But we're gonna be drinking in the best part of the night.
Father?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Call me Caldwell.
Yeah. Never mind.
Right. Well, and Susanna will pour a shot glass of the tequila and offer it to him to our expedition.
There's mud in your eye. Wham! He knocks it back, and then he turns and in English he's like, got any food? Oh God, how do you like this damn Spanish? What the hell?
I'll translate for him. I'll be nice.
All right. And the guy says, "Oh, sí, padre, sí, padre."
The spiciest thing I could think of was running through my head.
No. We want to leave a good impression with the locals, and we don't want to piss off the priest. Not yet.
Right.
Give it time.
You get the sense that there's not really a menu to order off of. It's kind of just whatever's being made. And what is being made is this. You think it's lamb? It's partway between a stew and chili.
Ooh,
And it's served over rice.
that's a road food. Yeah.
And it is very hearty and very good. You know, you guys eat well, and then so about 10 o'clock at night, a half dozen dangerous looking men come down from one of the rooms, and they all look at Calden and they go, Efe! And he just goes, hi boys. And then they go off, and like, you think you hear gunshots.
Oh boy.
And like carousing and cheering, and
Yeah, we should do one more toast to Caldwell, El Jefe.
that's me. He is like, Caldwell is starting to get really plowed, and he's telling stories about like their days in school.
Tell me more.
And then we convinced Abe to try out for the rowing team.
Yeah, but look at these abs, baby.
Oh, no.
I'm like picking up my shirt. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we know
You
Abe
should
likes the
see
water.
him. I was like, you should see him with the fish.
Am I looking the right way? Actually, technically, I should be looking this way.
The rest of us start laughing, and
Caldwell
Caldwell can figure it out on his own.
Yeah, Caldwell's a little confused, and he's like, well, the best part was we told his dad he was on the football team. So when homecoming came, his dad went to go see his only son play in a sport, and it was crew.
I'm like, but we won, old man. We won. We came in first that day. Fastest time. Wait, I forgot where I went. Yale.
Harvard. You went to Harvard.
No, you went to Harvard.
I think you went to Yale.
Yeah, I went to Yale. You went to
Yeah.
Harvard.
I think I went to a community college.
I think you did.
He went to
Yale
Harvard. He went to Harvard Community College in Irvine, Colorado. So Caldwell will drink till an alarmingly late hour if anyone wants to stay up with him.
Of
Mm.
course.
I'm not. I can't.
I'll be up for a while, keeping an eye on things and drinking, but I'm gonna head to bed at probably like midnight at the latest.
About 1 a.m, his boys come back in, and they come and they all sit down at the table, and they no one's there who speaks Spanish, so they're just like ripping off fast drunken Spanish, and Caldwell's just like, I don't know what they're saying. And every once in a while, I just go, Jefe!
So Caldwell, do any of them speak English?
I think the one with the red hat kind of does.
Okay. All right.
But man, these collars are like magic to them.
Yeah, I suppose.
They'll do anything I say.
And it's not because you pay them.
Well, I mean, I pay them too, but not a lot.
Well, I mean, define not a lot.
I mean, these 6 guys, they've killed people for me.
Interesting. How many? Who?
Well, so there was a small native village down in Oaxaca that took over some church land and tried to say it was theirs, and you know, we had to make some examples.
Caldwell, did you really have to? I mean, you could just push them around.
Well, look, I mean, I told them to just rough them up, but these guys, you know, they're hardcore.
And you're never concerned that they're going to turn on you? I mean, One day they figure out that
this thing's magic.
Okay. I mean, yeah, and that's one day they figure out that magic isn't real.
That's why we're trying to get rid of Benito Juarez. Because he's figured out he thinks the magic isn't real. And I'm here to show him it very much is. His eyes turn black as he says that.
I'm like, I don't know what magic is. So I drink with him until basically both of us can't do it anymore.
All right.
Like I'm not going to let him win.
All right. Let's make an opposed con roll here.
Where's my con? Please. Oh, 92. I'm hammered.
Oh, all right. So, you both, like, after the second bottle of tequila, like when the guys show up and start, they pull out a flask of something that you don't even know what it is. And they start passing that around, and you each last about 2 sips, and then you're just like, nope. And you both end at about the same time.
Okay. All right. All right, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, Caldwell's just like,
Say tomorrow.
Oh, thought the worm was bad. And yeah, so the rest of you get up at your normal time, and it is like, you're sitting around for like 4 hours. As not even as like the guy behind the bar isn't even up yet.
I think. Oh, geez. I think I'm gonna. If anybody wants to join me, I think I'm gonna go out a ways and just practice shooting.
That sounds
if
good.
Anybody wants to?
I'd like to do that.
Well, I would like a leisurely breakfast. And do we need to pick up anything? Or are we expecting him to cover our supplies? I mean, we came in for stuff, right?
We should pick up a few things just in case, but I'm gonna hold this person to it there.
Well, yeah, we don't have to use them, but it'd be good to have them.
Yeah.
So there's a small mercantile, and you one benefit of your very good Spanish is that you usually don't get the gringo upsell. And so you spend, you figure for about $5 you can get a week's all your travel supplies.
I think we still have that at least between us.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone chips in $1 and then we have enough.
We're good.
Sure.
Okay.
So we all chip in $1. I might have to go rob a bank.
Well, I mean, that's the point of Caldwell, is he's gonna save us from.
His guys might rob a bank for you.
Got to get one of those collars. I don't know about that though.
So anyway, I want to head off and spend some time practicing my pistol.
It is,
I would like to go with you if that's cool.
Sure. Yeah, you guys, you head up into the hills above town. And it does not feel like this is the first time that gunshots have rung through the hills of Alacateca.
Gunshots ring through the hills.
And you can both make me a firearms roll.
I'm doing my handgun this time.
Sure.
Oh my God! I make it by 3.
33. I get a good one.
All right. If you made it, you can put a check on the skill.
I get to make a fast talk roll for bartering for stuff, right?
Sure.
Nice.
Let's see if you can get rid of the gringo upsell.
Oh my God! I'm almost want to spend luck. That's obscene.
15.
Close? How close?
How close? I'm 3 away.
I mean, you've got inspiration.
But I've got 21 luck. Do we want to spend inspiration on that? Feels
yeah,
like.
Let's spend inspiration. Why not?
All right, I'll take inspiration over.
So if you fail this roll, you're going to have to pay an extra $1 for supplies.
Come out of my pocket. Okay, yeah, I made it.
All right, you did it.
Regular.
You know what? Duke Fleeg wants to make sure that you use inspiration he sponsored that fast talk roll. That
Thank
fast
you,
talk roll was
Brendan.
brought to you by Duke Fleeg.
Yeah.
Tune in Mondays for flash fiction or the M word.
We should do that. We should, like, if inspiration is used on a roll, we should be, that is brought to you by.
Oh, we should. That's fun.
That's awesome. Yes.
Thank you, Duke Fleeg. You saved them $1, which actually means a great deal right now to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So about 11, Caldwell starts to like kick on doors of his guys, and he comes down and he's like, well, yeah, we're gonna get on the road in about an hour. So if you guys want to get ready, it's not a bad trek to Mexico City until we start heading up into the hills.
Yes,
But I'm hoping that we can take the train at least part of the way.
Oh,
We have a parade of animals with us.
Oh, well, we can leave them.
Nope.
We're going to need them.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess.
If we leave them, can we come back for them?
I mean, so I was actually going to head to Veracruz, and then there's a rail line from Veracruz to Mexico City.
I suppose
Maybe we could leave them in
Veracruz.
Veracruz.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Could we sell them there and then buy more?
Oh, sure, yeah. But I mean, I'll
But all
buy
our
you.
stuff.
I'll buy you new animals. Don't worry about
Yeah.
that.
All right.
You know,
We'll put them up in the stables in Veracruz.
the Pope will take care of you.
All right.
I met him once. Small man.
Did you call him Papa?
Well, I mean, that's how you say it in Spanish.
Can I psychology that? That's not
Sure.
insight, is it? I want to see if he's just lying. It's a 92, so
I do want to use. Should we squeal bid that?
you have a 75 in psychology.
I mean, here's the thing. We all know, like, I know it's a lie.
76 in psychology.
Here's the thing: you can believe whatever you want, regardless of what you roll.
Yeah.
That's my motto, anyways.
Yeah, this guy is lying through his teeth.
cool.
In fact, you're starting to wonder if he's even a priest.
I don't think I ever thought he was a priest.
Which honestly, if we run past a store where I can get priest robes, I'm in.
Halloween was last week, so I'm sure they're all on sale.
If you say that anywhere near him, he's like, I can get you a set.
Oh,
I could probably get you ordained. You want to
I
work
don't
with the
have to
Vatican?
really- Of course. Of course I do. I mean, I don't really have to do anything, right?
Well, here's the thing. When you're not on mission, you kind of have, there's this vow of poverty thing that's a little annoying, but here's what I do. I just constantly stay on mission.
He's a missionary.
Let's just try the robes on for starters. Let's see how that goes. Because I mean, like, being on mission, poverty, chastity, all that's, it's a lot of ITYs that I really can't deal with.
And just think, Abe, if you join the Vatican, you might end up becoming the sort of Akmala.
What? Abe and Emma would meet.
Let's see,
Are we-
1872 to 1920. Abe would be like 40 years older.
No, you're
Old
leaving
Abe
out.
would be like, hey, sister.
You're leaving out the time travel shenanigans that we're still waiting to see happen.
There you go. That's right.
Shenanigans.
Time Pope.
Oh man, what was the
No,
name?
this is-
What was the name of the Burnham priest? Father.
Oh God, I can't remember.
Oh,
Not Greedos Sarducci.
It was an
it was
alcohol.
Oh God, that's right. What was it?
It wasn't.
Don
Julio.
Julio. People
That's
are saying
it.
Don
Don
Julio.
It
Julio.
was my favorite.
Thank you, Slivey.
You know,
It was my favorite
both of
tequila.
those.
Father Don Julio was Mexican.
Oh dear.
I believe he was a cardinal in. No, he wasn't. He was bishop. I think he was a bishop, Don Julio. Yeah, you. So for the next, week, you travel down the coast, and you find that Caldwell does not like camping. So you almost always, even if it's even if he takes over a church, he'll just, you'll end up sleeping somewhere. Everybody make me a psychology roll during this trip.
Nope.
Oh, as we're on the trip, do we overhear his compadres saying anything?
Well, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay. Oh my god! Wow.
All right. So everybody. All right. Well, okay. A hard success. So everybody who made the roll has a bad, notices that Caldwell's guys are bad men. These are hardened. These are criminals. These are banditos. These are not these are not people who work for the church usually. With a hard success, you notice that they are they're pretty dismissive of Caldwell. There's a lot of they're calling him Jefe, but the laughter is not this is a good joke. Caldwell is the joke. In Spanish, you will definitely hear some choice words that they kind of mumble under their breath about Caldwell. And
well, if we haven't given away that because we haven't interacted with them, if we haven't given away that we speak Spanish yet, they might feel perfectly comfortable, none of them speak any Spanish, and then they'll be comfortable just out loud saying stuff amongst themselves, and we can be like, oh really?
Yeah, I'm going to try to avoid speaking Spanish around them as much as I physically can.
Okay, I'm going to give you both a. Oh God, this is so mean. I'm going to give you both a luck roll.
Come on,
you monster!
So you know what? I mean, I'll give you a Spanish roll. How's that?
Okay, that's better.
We got 500 bits from Tamago Toro, and
another 500 from Tamago Toro because dynamite is the universal language.
One is to make bad decisions, and one is for dynamite. I think those go hand in hand. And then Pixel Rose with also 500 bits.
Okay.
I got a hard success on that.
Okay.
Nice.
And Nick, you missed it?
Yeah, I did not.
All right.
Anywhere near.
So they know that Jared speaks Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
He slips up at some point, but they haven't figured out Susanna speaks Spanish yet.
Cool.
Did we want to inspire that? Because that'd be really important.
I mean, if you guys want to, it's close to. It's 45, so it's not bad.
I think so. I think it's important. Anyone else?
At some point, there's going to be a bloodbath, and it's going to be like, oh, where'd our bits go?
That's okay.
Okay.
No, we use it on bargaining at the store.
I almost want to use the non-cursed dice, but I did use the cursed dice and also did not make it again.
Okay.
I want you to fumble and be like, no, I don't speak Spanish in Spanish. In perfect Spanish. Yeah.
And I mean, it does kind of make sense because Susanna is used to being underestimated and plays that up as much as she can. So it's like, yeah, no, I'm just quiet.
All right. So you are now a couple days out of Veracruz, the guys say. You are in. So as you have come down, you are now in forest and almost rainforesty kind of territory, and you are in the small town of Paso del Toro, about 3 days north of Veracruz, and you come in riding into town, and a woman comes running up to Caldwell, and in just rapid fire Spanish is saying something to him, and is clearly upset, and even without a roll, you both know that she is saying something about her prayers are answered. But you can both make a Spanish roll to like get everything she's saying.
What do the other guys look like they're doing? Like the banditos, do they?
They're watching her. They might be checking her out.
Okay. They weren't expecting this as like some sort of ambush.
No.
Okay.
No, they they're like when she comes running up, they're looking around kind of trying to figure out what's going on. So she says, our prayers have been answered. Thank you, Father. In our time of need, you are there. And then she says, please come with me. Paso del Toro will owe you a great debt. And Caldwell like looks at Abe and goes, they don't usually throw themselves at priests like this.
I'm gonna look over at Jared playing up the fact that I know that he's given himself away and be like, what is she saying? I say, giving him the eye.
Well, it looks like the father here really came through on providing some sort of miracle for him.
He looks at you. I did.
You do good work.
I do. And so she pulls you into town, and you're brought into like a small square. It's a small town, but there is a plaza where several people are gathered, and they will explain, and you both can translate for really almost everybody. That
I know, only I can translate it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Jared translates for everybody.
Susanna can correct me discreetly if I'm getting something wrong.
Yeah, because I think I have a slightly better Spanish score than you do, but I will.
She seems to only be speaking to Caldwell. And yeah, Jared, make me a Spanish roll, and Susanna, make me a Spanish roll.
Yeah, I'll be close by. Oof.
Didn't make that one.
All right. So she says something about the hills, and you hear the word for father, but she's like talking so quickly, and Caldwell's just like, see, and she starts going like, please, por favor, padre, por favor. And he's like, see.
I'm gonna lean over to Jared and be like, "Can you ask her to slow down a little?"
I'm actually gonna turn to one of the guys and go, "What is she saying?"
He looks at you. No English.
I'm gonna draw my rifle
towards him.
You draw your rifle?
I'm gonna draw my rifle and get off my horse. Not threatening this guy, but.
I'm going to make some spot hidden rolls here. No, wow. The town is blissfully ignorant of you like walking around with your rifle out.
I'm going to in Spanish to the same guy that Elias did, ask in Spanish like she's talking too fast. What's she saying?
You get the feeling he enjoys being superior. Like he's like, ha, got one over on the gringo. And he says, her little brother got taken into the hills, and then her father went out looking for him and hasn't come back.
So she's single. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that, did I?
When you
speak Spanish now?
I'm sorry, I just the international symbol of singleness.
Caldwell just like looks, and he's looking around, and he looks to his guys, and he goes, what am I agreeing to?
I go up to, I ignore him. I'm gonna go up to the woman and basically like, ma'am, I'm confused. If your brother and your father are missing, what's the miracle that you were talking about?
She'll say in Spanish, they prayed for a miracle, and the father and all of his armed associates have come. Surely you're here to go look for her lost family members.
Oh.
And she says, no, it's not a miracle that has happened. It's a miracle that will happen.
Oh, hell.
Thank you.
Damn it.
And she says that
I'm gonna cut. Sorry, I'm being rude because I'm pissed
and then you
off.
just all right.
But I'm turning to Codwell, and it's like we're agreeing to go look for her lost family that's in the hills.
Oh, okay.
From about 20 feet away, you hear maybe they joined a sex cult.
Caldwell looks up. That's a thing?
I just tried, but yeah, they have them in Utah. It's fine. Or was it Colorado?
Colorado.
There might be some in Utah too. They probably are. They're called.
I joined the wrong church.
Yeah, you did.
Wow. Well, you guys have fun.
Oh, so we have agreed to go and save them?
I mean, I said C.
Have we been paid yet?
No. Although you have also, like, he has not made, you haven't paid for any lodgings or anything on all the way down. He's like, so why don't I send you and Hector and Fulgencio, that's the guy with the mustache, and you guys go find the kid and the dad.
Susanna just having multiple flashbacks to all of the other children that we have gone looking for in hills, and just like, not again.
This time we can do it right. Come on, let's go.
Our track record is not exactly good.
Can we?
She'll tell you, Jared, her brother is 17.
Is there, and it's just no one else from the village is missing?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I actually asked her that. Like really? Like that's how you jinx an entire village.
Well, Jared, also ask her if they just didn't walk off, because obviously she's acting a little crazy, and I wouldn't want to live with that either.
All right,
probably just walk off too.
Ma'am, have they been drinking?
I mean, no more than usual.
Ask her why the boy went out. Ask her why the boy went out in the first place.
He was.
Yeah, I'll translate that.
He was looking for. He was foraging for food.
Okay.
What direction did they go in? No.
She points into the forest.
Forest again, but that's okay. We got it this time. Let's do it.
And I guess the next question, not for her, but like, how has the weather been? And did she say that this happened recently?
Yeah, it was just 2 days ago. Her dad, 2 days ago, the son disappeared. A day ago, the dad went in. And the weather has been very good. Winter in Mexico is pretty mild.
Oh, has the ground been damp? I mean,
it's pretty dry.
Like tropical.
It's tropical, but this is the dry season.
Okay.
This will make up for what happened before. Let's go.
We're not talking. Don't bring that up. Sorry.
Yes, seconded.
So what follows is the town, like in a preemptive celebration.
Oh no!
Like throws a fiesta for you all. There's like food and dancing and music and.
Do we ignore that and not waste time while the trail's going cold?
Yeah, I have a feeling like Ramsey started to go already, and
Ramsey's like standing at the outskirts of town. It's like, come on.
Meanwhile, I'm like, what's in that bowl? Can I have some of that? Does this taste good on that?
So Fulgencio seems to be kind of the leader of Caldwell's band, and the other guy whose name I've already Hector. Thank you. they'll both come up and
Oh my God, he's writing it down.
I'm sure they will live long and fruitful lives.
Oh, they're dying in a couple minutes. Don't worry about it.
As soon as we have them alone, bang.
Yep. Maybe they'll get squished instead of the horses.
Sorry, but we had to get out of our systems early. It was you or the innocent family.
All right, man.
So it's about 3:00 in the afternoon, and you're just going to head off into the forest.
I mean, nothing else. We should start looking for a trail. See if we can. I mean, the longer we wait, the more chance that we're going to lose the trail.
We don't want to go out at night either.
Well, 2 of us at least can see in the dark, but yeah. I think we try to find at least where the trail begins, and then pick it up at first light.
First light, all right, I can do that.
So yeah, you'll have a couple 3, maybe 4 hours of 3 hours of good light, and then an hour of like twilight.
We should probably go follow the trail for a couple hours and then come back.
Yeah, then come back and you all be okay without your Spanish speaker?
Actually, mate, what would happen if we just went out a couple of hours or 4 hours and then we made camp?
I think Abe might actually kill you if you take him away from the food.
But the food.
Well, first light, but that's another day, right?
I mean, we're not, unless we're expecting to find them this soon. Only the trackers should go out, right?
I want to call the next episode, but the food.
The buffet.
I mean, I don't.
Como se dice split the party? Let's see.
I don't know if if we're gonna go out looking for these people, we should just go out looking for these people.
Well, and the trail that goes into the forest, right?
Nothing's ever gone wrong with us going into the forest, especially not splitting up.
Everything has always gone wrong every time we've gone into a forest.
So what you're saying is I should stay here, eat the food, get high, pass out.
I feel like the fiesta in town is more dangerous than the forest. Who knows what crazy crap might happen in there.
Well, but so we go now and we might be able to catch up to them. If we wait till tomorrow, we have more time.
We're going now either way. It's a matter of coming back. So I'm getting ready to look at the trail because there's not really a debate here for if we're getting started or not. It's just coming along and they can figure that out.
I'll help him. I'll help him out with that because I've got a track.
So
Fulgencio, you're the tracker.
Okay.
We both got good tracking. We both got good tracking. So, yeah.
Fulgencio looks at this whole back and forth with several of you. And he just smirks and goes, "Dividir el grupo, eh?"
And for those of us who understand what he said,
split the group, huh?
Yeah, I could almost figure that out myself.
Yeah. Then I'll turn to him and be like, "Yeah, nothing ever goes wrong."
Maybe that'll be the title of the episode: Dividir el grupo.
There we go.
Yeah.
Susanna's fighting not to smile or smirk at that, just because it's just so.
I'll let her in on the joke. I'll translate it for you.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, nothing.
Right. So it's Fulgencio, Hector, Jared, Susanna, and Ramsey, right?
Sounds like.
I'm gonna go too.
So Abe is all alone in the village with Caldwell is staying.
Yeah.
And 4 of Caldwell's thugs are also.
You're okay.
I mean, so
what Abe would do. So.
Once I see that, I'm gonna hang back.
Sure.
Why? You should go. You need your soul saved. I need an enchilada, my friend.
You're gonna need the iron, Abe.
That's the episode title.
There we go.
What am I? I don't understand. I need the iron.
And it flies off into the bag.
I was like, roll for performance.
No, that's just a handgun roll.
When you flip your gun around, like a couple of Caldwell's thugs are like, "Whoa, yeah, ooh."
Maybe you should go.
So, I mean, out of character for myself, I'm not sure. Did we ever decide? Are we going and coming back, or are we gonna?
Yeah, we'll go.
Overnight?
I mean, if out of character, I'm assuming we're gonna play it by ear because we're not that hindered by it getting dark. But if we're dragging other schmucks out who aren't going to be good in the dark, there will be a debate when we get there. Like, do we think we're onto something, and do we want to risk everyone else?
We might want to come back with a bigger posse. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
So and then the other. I had another question. I don't remember it. Never mind. We move on.
So you head out on the track that the young woman Rosalita she says that's the path they took, and she says it leads through the forest, and once you get past the stream, that's usually where people split up and sort of go in different directions. So that's once you pass the stream, that's where you'll want to look.
Okay.
Well, we're not gonna. I mean, we'll keep that in mind, but like, I'm gonna try not to take that for granted.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So yeah, then you want to look. Fulgencio will say that you both know. He says to Hector, "Look for a trail." And Hector starts to like look. You're all welcome to make track rolls as well.
Perfect. Oh yeah. That's a hard success.
That is the opposite of a hard success.
Nice. So Susanna and Ramsey, you are both convinced that somehow both Jared and Hector are trying to cover up tracks. They're both like, kicking up dirt and like missing obvious things.
Oh, I'm certain that they veered off early. I'm like, no, that's just someone. You got to look over here. Look, I think something bit a branch. Come look over here.
Susanna, let's convince them that we're going the right way.
I'm not gonna bother convince them. Let's just go.
All right, I'm there.
Fulgencio will slap Hector on the back of the head and say, "Follow the women. Follow the woman." Sorry, he's not that observant. And you will, after about an hour, you make it to the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And from the stream, it looks like there's a number of basically deer paths that go off through the forest. It's hard to tell which one would be. Fulgencio like swears at Hector and says, do better this time. But you can all make track rolls.
Apparently, we all can't.
This time.
Technically, Hector does better.
Okay.
Good. I got a 29. It's a hard success.
All right.
I did not do
regular success.
So, Jared and Susanna, you both find the freshest set of prints, and you think we'll follow this trail.
Like over this way.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Guess they didn't break off early. Yeah.
Were you like actively trying to hide the trail? Because wow, that was rough, man.
Well, I mean, if they didn't find them, it makes sense that something happened when they didn't expect it. Otherwise, they would have, yeah.
So you've now gone another hour.
Okay.
So you're now 2 hours out.
All right.
So if you turn back now, you'd get back while it was still light out.
Oh, well, we can go back when it's dark. Let's go another hour. If
not all of us
Hector
can.
Hector and Fulgencio both are like, we should turn back.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
We'll catch up with you then. We're just gonna
go a
little
back
further.
with them, or should I stay with you? You guys help me get back.
Yeah.
All right.
So you tell Hector and Fulgencio to head back.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. They're just like, okay, and they happily will head back.
Let's go one more hour, and if we haven't found anything that's like this is immediate deal with this right now, then we head back.
All right.
Hector and Fulgencio are walking back to the village, taking off their red shirts. They're super excited. So you are now deep in the forest, and you've made good track rolls. So you're still following a deer trail, but it's getting harder and harder. The trail is getting harder and harder to follow. And
we can do stuff along the way, though, leave marks.
100%. Yeah.
When we come back, we can at least get this far.
Okay. Yeah, you are confident that you can get out. You can go back the way you came. You're very confident.
Sweet.
Unless something crazy happens.
Well, no, I'm saying I'm marking it so that when we come back, it'll be easy to follow. Because like if we were to come back if the trail got covered up, everything would just look the same. So
Right. No, you are marking things. You're leaving cairns. You're doing, all that stuff.
Ashes on the trees.
Tracker shit.
And it's now heading towards twilight, and you see there's a break in the trees, kind of a glade, and all the way across the glade, silhouetted against the setting sun, is a silhouette that kind of looks like it looks like a big deer. It's probably about a half mile away.
Well, we can see it.
But really you're seeing the silhouette of it because you're looking into the setting sun.
Is it moving like, because it's one of those things where it's like that could just be branches. Do we see it move like it's a deer if we watch it for a while?
It seems to move like a deer, and it does not seem to have noticed you from that distance.
You want me to line up a shot and
from a half mile away? Are you that good?
I can take a shot. I'm not saying
why do we need to kill the deer?
Oh, bring back some, not go back empty-handed.
Oh, we could, okay, so for the celebration. All right.
I don't. Well, yeah, for when we're actually celebrating, we can hopefully have it ready by then.
All right.
All right. Yeah, I'll take.
You're gonna take a shot at the tree.
I'll take a round to aim.
So okay, you take a round to aim, which gives you a bonus die, but it's a half mile away, so that's a penalty die. So roll.
All right. Better than half chance.
Hey. I don't know if you want to hit or miss. I'm not sure which one.
I'm not sure either on this one.
Me neither. I'm like, who are we shooting in the back this time?
Do I want to critical hit it?
Ooh.
I rolled a 10.
Ooh.
Wow. And
everything goes well. It's not one of them wearing a deer costume. Because that would make this go too far south. I would veto that.
Doesn't a hard success do more damage than a critical success?
Well, the critical is double the damage. Hard success is max damage. So
yeah, hard's kind of better in my opinion.
Yeah, because the critical is double the dice, but not double the damage.
Right.
And that
it has more potential to be. You have a swingier.
You're good.
You know what we should do? You know what? It's double the damage, but the floor is max damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. I like that.
Where rifle is 2d6 plus 1. I'm rolling.
So 46 plus. If you're rolling 46, and 13 is your floor.
Wow.
I beat that by not too much, but I got 2 6s plus 4 plus 1.
17.
17. Time to play Nick Does Math.
Yeah, I'm not in a math mood right now.
So 17 plus 2.
Plus 2?
Yeah.
No. I'm adding. Oh no, just be plus 1 beyond that because I added one of the pluses.
Okay. All right.
So 18.
All right. So you do 18 points of damage. So first of all, a gunshot just echoes through the forest, and all around you, there's a beat where you're waiting for like all the animals to fly away, all the birds, and it doesn't happen. And you hear this awful noise come from the deer, kind of an and you see the deer just go flump.
It doesn't sound like a person.
I mean, maybe, sort of.
I'm shooting worried looks.
And as soon as the deer hits the ground, every bird in the forest flies up.
Whoa.
What the hell?
I guess we're gonna walk a half mile and see.
Yeah.
All right.
And Susanna pulls her duster behind her pistol, just like, I don't like this.
I'm reloading the rifle.
Rachel says I scared the cats.
The cats flew from the trees.
So about once you enter the glade, that is kind of a deer, but it's a deer with like a human face, but the human face has antlers, has these great big, super sharp, dangerous looking antlers. And what you see is it is lying on the ground. You have all seen a not dead animal slowly dying, and that's what's happening here. The breath, like it is labored breathing. It is trying to figure out why it can't move. It is like.
I'm gonna try to make a first. Could this be? Oh God, what is this? I'm gonna try and make a first aid roll.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Like as you see the life slowly draining out of this human face with massive antlers. So you know the neck of a deer, and the neck ends in the top of a human head, and there's just a human head in it, and the eyes on the human are just lolling, kind of and it's so everybody make me a sanity roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have to not fumble for this.
No.
That's all that matters.
These tortillas are delicious.
I know. I know. I really hope they don't accidentally kill the brother or the father, because that would be bad.
All right.
Ramsey's not happy.
No one's happy. It's just
No one's happy about this situation.
So if you made the roll, you lose 1. If you missed it, you lose 3.
Ouch.
Welcome in, here be dragons. Here be slowly dying Cthulhu deer.
I wasted a crit roll that could have been for first aid. Wait, can I move this for my first aid? Because that's what I wanted to do.
All right, so you now get close enough to this thing to try and do first aid on it. And it is it knows it like noticed it's like trying to avoid you, but it is not, it's dying. So go ahead and make your first aid roll.
But I'm also, this is gonna be great for my sanity. I'm gonna be speaking in Spanish and saying that I'm here to help and see if it understands me.
All right.
But here is not a fumble, but I did not make that first aid roll.
All right. So you look down and you're like, I don't know if I need a vet or a doctor or what.
A bloody hole's a bloody hole. How do I cauterize it now?
You have mortally wounded this thing. There's just no help. You tore a huge chunk out of its left haunch. It is dying. You could put it out of its misery. That is like, by the way, nothing has come back. The forest is deadly silent.
Wow.
We cut to the village, Alacateca, where Hector and Fulgencio return alone, smiling. They're like laughing and joking with each other, passing the flask back and forth.
I think they killed our party members.
Caldwell doesn't even notice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think? What do we need to like? What do we do?
Tie him up, shake him down. Somebody's got to learn Spanish real quick.
Don't say it. I almost said it. There's a way to learn Spanish. Can't read it though. I'm gonna march up to him and go, "Where are the others?" And then I say that in Olmec.
In Olmec. Well, their English is better than their Olmec, but that's not saying much. Hector has no idea what you sitting there. They're just like looking. They just look and they go. They don't know. They seem uncomprehending.
And I'm just like,
what are you doing?
Where?
So you're like pointing back and forth between the two of them.
Where-o?
Where-o?
That's how Spanish works.
Fulgencio will look at you, point back at the forest, and go, "Está aquí."
Don't know what they're saying.
And then he looks at you and he smirks and he says, "Dividere gruppo."
Okay, I completely understand what they're saying now.
And then they go in search of food.
So do you think that they're in some alternate universe forest, or do you think that they're just still in the forest?
Well, we know that
in a cave, in a hole.
Susanna and Jared can see in the dark. So they're...
What do you mean see in the dark? Nobody can see in the dark. What are you talking about?
They can see in the dark.
I thought they just stumble around just like the rest of us.
Just better.
Don't you have a super ability? I've got a superpower.
Yeah, it's called being awesome.
I can shoot the wings off of a butterfly.
I sleep with fish people.
Okay then. That's
my business is my superpower. When were we talking about business? How did that?
Abe is Batman. His power is money.
So
what are we talking about? Where are the others?
Tortillas and enchiladas. I think that's what we were talking about.
Okay, so first off, I'm not going after anybody. Second off, unless the path is completely straight, there's no point in going anywhere. Third of all, I didn't wear the right shoes.
I agree. First off, have you seen that guy with see that outfit over there? It's it's black, but it's got all the silver, and the silver looks like it's sparkly a little bit.
Are you saying he's a werewolf?
Actually, I'm saying he might be a mariachi, but that would make an excellent disguise.
It would. But it's not, those boots aren't going to help you walk in the woods.
No, we'll have to get that when we come back.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, right now, it's kind of pointless to go after them.
So, tequila?
Sure. Or do you want to go after them?
No. Also, I'm not drinking because I don't trust. Well, I don't trust. You don't trust the tequila? I don't trust anyone. So, I guess that's just a general state of being.
So, we're staying here. We're eating more. We're drinking.
Minus the drinking.
And we're not going after anybody.
Correct.
Ever?
Till morning.
Okay.
I mean, anyone who could track anything went out into those woods.
Yep.
We're city people, right?
Yep.
So we are going to wait until morning.
Okay.
So at this point, Caldwell sees you two talking, and he comes up and he's like, I saw that Hector and Fulgencio came back. Where are your friends?
Well, he said divisito grupo. I'm thinking that's divided the group.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a terrible idea. You should never do that.
Well, it happens often. I mean, I'm here eating and drinking, and they're off doing actual work. Actually, that's pretty normal. Never mind.
Well, also, I'm not totally convinced that they didn't kill him and leave him out there.
Which is highly possible as well.
What do you think? Hector and Fulgencio wouldn't do that.
One thing.
Yeah,
Fulgencio.
I'm gonna grab him.
All right. What are you doing? Get your hands off the priest. Magic. They don't like people messing with the priest.
That's a better disguise. Just gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
But so tomorrow, if our friends don't show up, we take those two, we tie them up, we slap them around.
And we make them lead us into the woods.
Yeah,
That
on
sounds
ropes.
Terrible idea.
You're gonna tie up Hector and Fulgencio and slap them around?
Yeah.
I need.
It's just you just warm them up a little bit, get them in an agreeable mood.
So
what if instead we just give them some money and some tequila?
And then they leave town?
Why don't you ask them what happened?
We did.
We don't speak Spanish.
That too.
How can? Well, I mean, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, Fulgencio speaks a little English.
Not to us, he doesn't.
Yeah. I'll go. I'll ask. I'll see if he can.
You ask him.
Yeah. All right. He'll go up and he starts talking very loudly to Fulgencio.
Because louder means more understandable.
We cut back to the glade, and you three are sitting there staring at this body. It is not. It's dying. It is not dead, but it is just like that. Like every breath is a little shorter.
Can one of you do something?
I think the only thing that we can do is put this poor thing out of its misery.
I'm gonna try asking in Spanish. Do you have a name?
It is this thing has lost consciousness.
No.
If it had if it had.
Well, there's that.
Okay. I'll line up a bullet into its heart.
Yeah.
And
I mean, what you assume is its heart.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's built like a deer or a horse,
I'm going to shoot where a deer's heart would be.
There you go. Yeah, another shot rings out, and the death rattle that comes out of this thing is larger than should come out of a creature this size.
Tidwell just died.
And every bird that flew away is now back, ringing the glade. And they're all just in trees looking at you.
I'm looking back up and being like, oh, I don't like this.
Does the body change at all?
No.
Okay.
It is still a deer with a human head.
Okay, I was afraid it was going to come back to what it was.
The human face, what does it look like? Is it a masculine face, a feminine face? Does it look like the lady that sent us out to find her
old,
dead
young
brother?
No, it looks like I mean, it doesn't look anything like the people. It's swarthier than most of the people in the village. I mean, maybe it was an indigenous native of Mexico, but it is definitely not a European.
Right? Should we bury it?
I mean, I think we got to bring it back to be sure.
It doesn't look to me like it's related to that woman. I'm still keeping an eye on the birds.
And you.
Well, you make a hard argument, but I guess we could forgo carrying it back then.
I'd prefer that, but also I'd really like to get this thing.
Welcome in, Zern.
I'd like to get us out of this
Yeah.
area. I'm guessing the birds will take care of it. I'm looking at the birds.
Yeah, the birds are paying us way too much attention, and I feel like we're about to get dive bombed.
Should we just kind of go backwards slowly and see what happens?
Slowly and easy.
Retreat.
Gotta get into the tree line.
Retreat.
All right. So you start to like kind of back away, and you're all sort of keeping an eye. You're trying to keep an eye on every direction as you're backing away. And everybody make me a dex roll with advantage with a bonus die.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to welcome in who rated us.
Friends.
It's been a minute. Thanks for joining us.
So let's. So we will go ahead and we're going to start the giveaway.
Ooh. So we are giving away either a Nord Games deck of your choice or anything at all you want, any single item from our merch store. And let me tell you, our merch store is packed as long as you like shirts with octopuses on them. Octopi? I guess octopi. Or tumblers. You can get a set of 2 of our fabulous tumblers. So hashtag chaos in the chat right now to be entered in the drawing to win something.
Is Tom Clancy still eligible?
Yes, he hasn't won yet.
November.
Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror.
Reign of Terror.
So
I got a hard success.
All right, you all made the roll.
Oh,
okay,
hard,
yeah. So
hard.
There's no route that trips anybody as you're going back. You make it to the tree line, and when you enter into the forest, it is pitch black. And Susanna and Jared, you can see, but you don't recognize anything. There's no trail. There's no, this does not look like where you entered this glade.
Our markers.
Do you see none of them?
You say that out loud so I can hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's like, oh, another forest of doom.
I mean, if we turn around, is the glade still behind us?
Yes.
Is the mountain line still like the same behind it? Is
Yes. Yeah. When you go in the glade, everything's normal. It's when you enter the forest.
Hold on. Okay. Like, can we step back into the? Can I pull them back into the? I don't want to separate while we're in here.
Yeah, you step back into the glade. One thing, the other thing you notice is inside the forest, you hear the cawing of ravens constantly. When you step back into the glade, you don't hear anything.
Is this your revenge for me dragging you into the Shadowfell on Monday?
You know what? On that note, we're taking a break. I'm going to storm away. So hashtag chaos, friends, to be entered into the giveaway. We will do the drawing as soon as we're back from break, as soon as 6 people can use 5 bathrooms.
You were so close.
Yep.
Math always.
Oh, you made it. You made it.
I'll just use the bathroom next door. It'll be 6 people, 6 bathrooms.
There we go. There we go. They won't have any questions about that at all.
Have you been friends with the muscle car people?
No, but the church next door now wants to use our internet. So I like how everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." Like that's what they do.
Changing the Wi-Fi password tomorrow. I'll tell you that much.
Caldwell's like, come on, they just give me internet. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we change the password to "suck it, Jesus"?
Don't
I'm sorry, not the password.
If that'll be our episode title. All right, we will be back just as soon as we can all atone for our many, many sins.
So 6 years from now.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching and supporting us. It's challenging to produce this content week after week, and your support really does make a difference. In fact, all of your support we call Tavern Upkeep. We have a monthly goal that we need to reach in order to maintain and to grow. We have currently set this at $1,500 per month. These funds go to purchasing and shipping giveaways, game and game accessories for us to use on the stream, and a portion of the rent here at the studio. We are asking you to help us reach that Tavern Upkeep goal every single month. There are many ways to contribute. The Patreon is the best bang for your buck. As a Patreon member, you are part of the Guild of the 5 E's with access to work-in-progress RPG supplements, the Patreon-only Discord channels, and a space to play in our Guild of the 5 E's D&D campaign. The higher-level patrons can even affect the outcomes of our streamed games by awarding players with cards from the Deck of Inspiration. Another way to support us is by donating bits during a live stream. For each 500 bits donated, an inspiration coin is granted to the players or the GM. There are various effects based on the game system, But in Call of Cthulhu, 1 inspiration coin is 1 reroll. On Dungeons & Dragons, a single coin can be used to add a d6 to any d20 roll, and 2 coins may be added to redeem for a random draw in the deck of inspiration. Subscribing on Twitch, whether it's a tiered subscription, a Prime, or a gift sub, helps us fill in the Tavern Upkeep. You get access to Twitch emotes, subscriber-only Discord channel, and a second entry into every on-stream giveaway. The last way to help us with our Tavern Upkeep goal might be the easiest. When you enjoy our content on YouTube, turn off the ad blocker. We put ads in every 30 minutes, so it's not too annoying, but that ad revenue really does add up. With all of that said, the most important thing we can ask of you is to join us live, on replays on YouTube, on podcast, on social media, and the Discord. We are grateful for every member of this community, and we would like to see it continue to grow. Tell your friends and share a link. Thank you.
Welcome back, internet friends. I am under orders to berate you all. But this is it. Last chance to enter the drawing. And if you are international, you can get a PDF of the Nord Games deck. So even our international friends can enter this. You know what? We'll even let Quebec people enter this one. And you can get a PDF of the Nord Games deck.
Any legal challenges that arise, Ezra will be the one who will be representing us in Quebec for the giveaway lawsuit.
My French is as good as my Spanish.
Oh,
I know more swear words in French, though. So that should help.
That will serve you very well in a court of law.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, the drawing is happening now. This is live drama.
So this was a theory that I had, right? So I'm going to get there in the list of people that could win. Bomb Clancy is always at the top of the list, but we have our very own Andrea the Burbs also here. So if it's alphabetical, we know the winner.
The alphabet is a fickle mistress.
It is,
and it's supposed to be random, but we will see.
Thomas won.
Tamaranth.
All right, Tamaranth won. Congratulations.
Another T name, actually. That's great.
So. It was alphabetical. We're just slowly working, we're
working. Yeah.
So I would say subscriber, and subscribers do get 2 entries. I pushed the little slider up to 2. So
and
congratulations.
Patreons not named Bomb Clancy get like even more. We secretly the algorithm we tamped down the algorithm on Bomb Clancy. We've nerfed Bomb Clancy officially.
Nice.
No.
Reign of terror.
Reign of terror.
November's early.
So it is the party has been split. El grupo dividare. And you are Abe and Elias are in a party at the village of Alacateca, sorry, having a good old time with Caldwell, who's already getting pretty drunk. And Jared, Ramsey, and Susanna, you have just stepped back into the glade where you are oppressively aware of the dead body of the deer thing at the other end of the glade as you've stepped back into it.
Should we bury it?
All of the ravens are still around.
Yeah, they're all.
We have to begin negotiations, starting with apologizing for what I've done. I'm going to see if the ravens.
Look, he put that in the singular.
He did.
Oh, I mean, because if they can get back, they can send help for me. But if we're all stuck here, we're all screwed.
So it's very strategic apologizing.
Right, yeah. It's strategic unilateralism.
Yeah, I'll take full accountability for this with the ravens.
So do you just start yelling at ravens?
I'm not gonna make them any more angry than they already are. No, I'm keeping my tone very civilized.
All right.
My hat is off all over my chest.
I'm real sorry.
I thought it was a deer, I swear. I did not mean to kill your deer, man. Good raven folk.
Do we want to make sure that we do a ritual for that?
No. The ravens will tell us whatever ritual we should do. We don't want to offend them by doing the wrong religion for this majestic creature.
What kind of ritual you suggest?
No. I was, just the put them to sleep. Bury them and say, sleep well.
But
what kind of funerals do you go to?
Very brief ones, apparently.
Throw them in the hole.
Good night.
After nap. I'm kidding.
So you both watch as Jared, hat in hand, says soothing words to ravens that are looking at him just implacably. There's no response from the ravens, as probably you'd expect.
Is he speaking Spanish or English?
Spanish or English?
Some of each.
Spanglish.
I mean, if they're ravens, I mean, I'd start with. I wouldn't be thinking. I would just be in English. It wouldn't occur to me.
Okay.
Unless, but if Susanna points it out at some point, like maybe, but I don't think the ravens in the area. I don't know how quickly they've learned Spanish since.
They're very smart. So
they showed up. Yeah, I mean they're smart, but
I'll be like, Jared, they don't seem to be responding. Why don't you try in Spanish?
Yeah. And
he switches to Spanish, once again saying very nice things, and the birds are just implacable.
Okay.
Your make me natural world rolls.
Is this going to tell me that ravens don't speak human languages?
You know what? I'm going to give that one to you. You don't need to roll that one.
Oh, come on. I got a good one.
Oh, I got a regular success.
All right.
Failed.
So
I got it.
All right. If you made the natural world roll,
Right. Yes. Got a hard one.
You feel like it should be darker than it is. Like in this clearing, it does not seem like the sun is setting.
Same time, we feel that it should have been lighter in the woods.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna just check. Susanna Ramsey, you want to check? I'm gonna stay here, check in the woods, see if they let you go back.
Jared, make me a luck roll.
You sure there's not something else I could offer you? 91.
All right. There is you have been talking for about a minute in Spanish to the ravens as Ramsey and you are both noting the sunlight thing, and several ravens just crap on you.
I think they understand Spanish.
Well,
I will back away from the tree line for sure after that and try to wipe myself off.
Yeah. Luckily the poncho, the poncho took the worst of it.
Yep.
What it's there for.
So we can't go back
you want
out.
to try out well, you don't know that. Try it out. Maybe they're just upset at me, seeing as I'm the one who offended them. Won't hurt to take a peek in.
All right, I'll take like 2 steps into the tree line, far enough to see if the light has changed in there.
It has not.
Nope. I'll die merrily in this one.
Well, shoot. I'm open to suggestions.
Do we want to go through and see what the other side looks like?
Can't hurt.
It might, but let's try it.
All right, so you cross the glade, and make me spot hidden rolls.
More deermen are about to attack.
Probably. Ooh, 6 critical.
Oh no, I got a 49. Just
83.
Normal.
Oh, right, that's the other way.
Susanna, there is definitely a figure in the woods as you are approaching, a humanoid figure.
All right, I will slow down and hesitate and like put a hand out. There's someone standing over there.
The brother, a person, man.
Jared, shoot him.
Oh, let's
I shoot it. I have a great idea.
Don't you dare!
no, let's say hello.
At the very least, it's human shaped.
Let's say hello.
All right. Hola.
You hear a noise that feels to you like the sound that grass makes when it grows. You hear a noise that sounds to you like the sound of one raindrop bouncing from pine needle to pine needle to pine needle. You hear a voice that sounds to you like the wings of butterflies as they flit from flower to flower. It is simultaneously mystifying and beautiful. And it is clearly coming from whatever that figure is in the shadows.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Oh. I'm going to continue to very carefully approach.
Okay. It does not seem to react. As you get closer, you see this figure is a woman wearing what looks like tree bark, a gown of tree bark, and a massive trail of fresh cut flowers behind her.
Oh no.
And a headdress made of river pebbles, like shiny, smooth river pebbles. And she reaches up to a tree and she pulls down 3 weird pulsing green fruit. And she drops them at each of your feet.
All right. Maybe she wants to try to talk to us.
And she opens her mouth, and you hear the sound of an avalanche rumbling down a mountain.
I wonder if she can understand us at all. It's like, so I say, if we touch these, can we understand you?
You notice here that her eyes do not have pupils. They are just a deep blue all the way through. And her hair is mossy green.
Does she turn to me at all while I talk?
She has not regarded, she seems to just be looking at Jared.
Jared's looking at you two and the fruit.
I'm going to touch the fruit because I think.
All right.
Sure you want to.
Yep. Because she's looking at you, but maybe I can understand.
Are you picking the fruit up? Or are you?
I'm just going to reach down and touch it.
All right. You touch the fruit. It feels fruity.
Is it still glowing?
It was pulsing. So it's actually the fruit is like move. There's like a sense of movement.
Okay. Is it still moving when I touch it? Is it pulsing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then so I'll say, do you understand me now?
All right. You're like leaning down, touching a fruit, and doesn't even regard, like, once again, no change. It's just focused on Jared.
All right. I'm gonna pick it up. I've got it now.
All right. You are holding the fruit.
It's a fruit. I think it's self-evident what it wants us to do.
It's pulsing, but I don't know. I wouldn't eat something that's pulsing. I touch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crouch down and pick up the one that's in front of me.
All right.
And like move it from hand to hand, feeling the pulsing.
It feels simultaneously like that tomato that is just about to be overripe, but also like firm.
Okay. Jared, she seems to be real focused on you.
I'm talking to her. Maybe you can apologize to her.
God damn it. Yeah, Jared will very as begrudgingly and as slowly as one can, with constant looks to the other two. Like, you don't wanna? No, okay. Picks it up. It's like no one else is gonna eat theirs. I mean, okay. Oh, pop it down.
All right. So the fruit is about.
If you make that sound,
the fruit is about the size of like a Tangelo. It's kind of, it's, you know, you can easily like just, you know, you pop it in. So you're like the texture of it is nauseating. It feels like when you bite into it, 1,000 worms crawl down your throat.
See, that's why he was trying to do it fast. He knows full well this is going to be horrible, and it's a get it over with. God!
But the texture is juxtaposed by the taste, because this is the most delicious thing you have ever eaten. It tastes like sleeping in on Sunday morning. It tastes like the smell of fresh bread.
Do you make noises?
No, this is, I mean, there's no, it doesn't matter if it's delicious, because it's the horror of what he is worried will happen to him is far greater than any like, oh, that's delightful. It's like, please let me not turn into a jackalope.
And when you swallow, immediately you understand, like you begin to comprehend what this figure is saying. And it's saying you get it in mid sentence, and then you speak the language of our oppressors.
Oh heck.
Of what? Sorry, that was jumbled for me.
Oh, and then you speak the language of our oppressors.
I'm just speaking the two languages I know. I'm sorry, I missed the first part of that.
You have slain my husband, the king of the forest.
I did not. I thought he was just a deer.
Mighty Oberon has lived 1,000 lifetimes. He has seen this land be slowly carved up by you.
Well, the sun was in my eyes. I'm very, and again, he takes his hat off. I'm very sorry. I tried to help once I saw that he was not a deer.
So all you two hear is like nature noises. You hear, you know, weird noises going through all this. No, it's nothing
that's obvious.
Yeah, it's always, you know, like, you know, the noises you hear sound like something that you've heard, but or hopefully not heard in the case of like avalanches and things like that. How do you make restitution? Your people never relent.
Well, you can't try me for the crimes of all of humanity. I'm not even human.
The mighty Oberon, felled by a construct.
I'm feeling so much less sympathetic right now.
She's technically right, and you know it.
Yeah, but it's rude to point it out.
Ramsey's feeling like they're missing something.
Well, yeah, because you're only hearing like parts of this conversation.
I'm gonna eat the fruit too.
Yeah, I like seeing that Jared hasn't dropped over dead. I will like squint my face up and eat it.
All right, yeah, it is again the most delicious, disgusting thing you've ever eaten.
Oh, this is my jam.
And you hear her at the very end say, "A construct."
And Jared's face becomes very sour.
She wants us to build something?
No. Look, I'm what I made a terrible mistake. If there is something I can do to make up for that, I will, but please understand that it was a mistake.
We'll help him. We'll help him.
Jared's thinking in his head, he's almost like, if they, never mind, he's not going to even.
Do you know Cortez?
Do I?
I mean, make me an intelligence roll.
Because if it doesn't directly impact me, is he a member of the Great Race? That'd be a 93.
If you make the intelligence roll, you can then make a history roll.
Yeah, it was a hard success for me.
We've got an inspiration if somebody's got a high intelligence.
I am not good at history.
I am not good at intelligence or history.
I don't have that. I don't have either of those.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean,
I know the name. Is there a particular Cortez you're?
He is the destroyer.
Narrow it down.
Bring me the head of Hernan Cortez, and I will forgive you for the death of the king of the forest.
You know which direction he's in?
Directions are meaningless to us. We are every direction.
Well, all right. We will. Well, I will do my best. I cannot. I don't think it's right to drag my companions into this.
Is there anything we can do for the king himself? Do you want us to bury him? Do you want us to do anything else to honor him?
Someday, decades from now, a mighty tree will grow in that spot. Unless your people cut them down. Each of you owes me a boon in restitution, or you will not leave this place.
Wait, I mean, don't we have to leave the place to find him? Or is he here?
Unless you agree to the boon, you will never leave this place.
All right, so
yeah, I'll kill someone for you.
What do you need me to do, ma'am?
I could use help killing someone.
Oh no, the boon will come at a time of my choosing.
So you'll let us go, and at some time you'll let us know what we need to do to stay let go?
All you have to do is never step in a forest again, and you will have no trouble.
That's going to be really hard. There's forests all over.
Well, then perhaps you should accept the boon.
Oh no, not okay. That's I just wanted to make sure that when you say accept the boon, that means at some point, at some time, you will be telling us what that is. Yes, I accept.
One of you is not accepted yet, and so she looks at Susanna,
who is considering this, and then
never have to step in a forest again, you say.
Unfortunately, with her job.
Unfortunately, with America in the 1870s. We're working on it, but we're not quite there yet.
Yikes. I accept.
Ma'am, we came in this forest originally to look for two people who are missing. This is not what we were trying to do. We were trying to help our people.
She looks at Oberon.
I understand.
Do you?
Well, that was
People,
me. That was me.
dying.
I'm the one who did that.
But people dying, I understand. Seen that too much.
Do you understand kings dying? Do you understand rulers that have lived? Your life is a tiny little ember in the forest fire, the conflagration that is the life of Oberon the Mighty. And that fire is snuffed out by a construct.
And I understand people's relatives of all kinds have been killed all over the place, but you keep going and you keep doing what you need to do.
Precisely the problem with you. You keep going. Let me tell you a story. And what follows is like this weird allegorical, like images more than anything else. And you have an image of like Neolithic Mexico. And the Aztec living in harmony with the Fae, with the forest people. And then the white men come. And it turns out that the Fae are just as susceptible to European diseases as the Aztec were. And so all sorts of forest creatures just dropping and not knowing why, not understanding what's going on, and slowly receding as their habitats are destroyed. And you now see that apparently Hernan Cortez was the head of the conquistadors who came and was was leading this effort. And you realize Cortez has likely been dead for 500 years, for almost 1,000 years probably. And that doesn't really help with any of this. Not 1,000 years, like 500 years. And the tale is always that the indigenous people seem to have more of a connection, keep that connection with the Fae, but the white Europeans continue to farm, to forest, to create their haciendas, which are huge industrial farms, that are hundreds of acres. And so the ground turns into like a topographical map of Mexico, and it essentially shows the kingdom of the Fae receding into like small bits of forest and up into the mountains. And you see the Fae in the mountains are like scraggly and barely surviving. And you feel the shame of the queen of the forest as she realizes how her people are forced to live. And then she'll finally she'll step out into the glade and put a hand on Oberon, and where she touches, like it seems to speed up the decomposition process. And she's like, she seems to have forgotten that you are there.
Do we mosey? Do we just want to?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's leave her alone with her love.
All right. So are you heading back the way you came?
Yes.
hoping that accepting the boon will give us the path back.
All right, so you step into the forest, and it seems like so now it is normally dark. It's still dark, but there's almost like patches of phosphorescent moss on trees that guide you all through the forest. And everywhere you go, you are acutely aware of the eyes of every animal in this forest just following you. But about 3 hours later, you will make it into town. So we go back to the village, and the party is now like going strong. Dinner has already been served, so now you're on more desserts and that sort of thing.
We've already tied up Hector and the other guy and tortured him.
And the 3 other members of your party come into town, and like as soon as they do, well, let me make a. Nope, the village doesn't notice you.
So yeah, if we're back in the village, because I think we kept our mouths shut on the way back with everything watching. But I bring up that Cortez guy. I looked at the others. Isn't he dead already?
According to the story that she told us, he died hundreds of years ago. Well, I mean, he lived hundreds of years ago, and maybe that don't mean anything to her and her kind, but for us, you can't fulfill what we were told to do. Like literally can't, unless we bring her back the head of a statue.
All she said was you needed to kill Cortez, but he's dead. So there you go.
Yep, mission accomplished. My part of the deal is taken care of.
I don't think it's going to be that easy.
Well, how paranoid animals have a good sense of hearing. You can see the gears in Jared's head turning, but he dare not say what he is thinking.
The only other thing I wanted to say before we got back, after we got out of the forest, was that king died pretty easy then for being a king god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
How I mean, you don't think anybody else had ever tried to shoot it?
Well, hopefully nothing happens to her.
Jeez.
Podcast listeners, there's a very audible wink.
And he looks at the reaction when he winks. He's trying to gauge what Suzanne and Ramsey think about the wink, of how they could potentially solve the problem.
No. Sometimes you got to own up to what you did and actually take the consequences for it. Doesn't matter if he went down easy or not. Still killed someone who was eternal.
And that's what I didn't understand, is that if an internal thing that's living for a lot, how did one shot?
Their people were wiped out by that disease too.
True. That's a disease. That's not, I don't. All right. Yeah.
I mean, haven't you ever heard stories about like horseshoes and how they're supposed to keep
them up so the luck doesn't drip out.
Yeah. Of course.
But it's also the idea of keeping other things out. Might be something about the iron of it.
The irony.
This ain't funny.
Jared tries to straighten his face after
that. So Abe and Elias, you see them coming back. They come back into town. You see them before the village has.
Mm-hmm.
I think get up and
Really, you're not gonna? I'm just gonna motion him over to the table because I'm not getting up. I've eaten way too much.
Is there still food?
Caldwell doesn't notice. Oh, there's plenty of food. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and also that means we don't have to tie anybody up tomorrow and torture the truth out of them.
Do we hear the last part of that as we're coming up to the table?
Yeah, that's as Abe is coming up. And you hear Caldwell being like, "Oh, Abe, you always so funny, tying up and torturing."
I mean, I do what I can.
So you guys come up to the table, and the entire village sees you and just goes, "Yeah!" And your faces are.
And then I turn and I see their faces. I was like, "Yeah." So,
Did you find him?
No.
did you get whisked back to Chicago in an extra dimensional time?
No, I kind of wish we had. That would have been more
That'd
interesting.
been better.
Did you find a trail at least?
We found a trail, led to a glen.
Found a deer trail. Followed a deer trail to a deer glen.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Saw
about as far as
something
we
that
could.
looked like a deer.
That's as far as we got, Jared. And we said we had to come back.
So we'll head out first thing in the morning.
So like 11, Caldwell says.
Yeah, I feel
first
like-
light.
What?
Well, first light when I opened my window. Speaking of which, can somebody find out what our what the sleeping arrangements are?
Is there a church in this town?
There's a little one, yeah. Caldwell's like, "Hey, what's your name? Rosalita. And then he proceeds to, like, in Elias level Spanish, where oh sleep oh."
Jared, do you want to help him out?
Not really, but yeah, I'll ask. And he will mention, the priest is a humble man. He wants modest arrangements.
Oh, of course. Well, we have space for all of you. You are doing us such a favor. Do you have any news about Benito or my father?
Not yet. We were just following what trails we could find while it was still light out to make sure we didn't lose anything. We'll go back out tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Please have more, please. We are so glad that you have answered our prayers. And the village is like in rollicking party mode. They are sure you're going to make everything great, and they are they're celebrating. And Caldwell is perfectly happy to let them lift him on their shoulders and tromp around. And
yeah. Susanna picks at food, like she eats a little bit because she is hungry, but just nothing tastes right after that fruit. So just sort of like push it away.
Ramsey knows that they've got to have their food, so eat it up.
All right, Ramsey's getting in those calories. So Caldwell is gonna go to bed about midnight. Most of the village goes to bed about 10. And that seems late for them.
Yeah.
They've been celebrating. Caldwell's boys are staying up, and they've got a keg.
That's fine. Once Caldwell goes away, I'm going to lean across the table. Right. So the rest of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
We found a glen. Jared, we all saw something that looked like a deer. Jared took a shot at it. It's a real good shot. And discovered that it wasn't a deer.
Let me guess, you shot some poor woman in the back.
No, it was actually shaped like a deer. A deer with a human face.
Gross.
Yeah. And then when we tried to leave, the forest was way too dark. even for it was unnaturally dark, and our path was gone. We came back in, and a woman dressed in a bark dress with a train of flowers said that we'd killed her husband, Oberon.
Anybody that wants to can make a Cthulhu mythos roll.
Oh. Or people who have read Shakespeare.
Actually, I'll accept an occult roll.
You know what? No, mythos or nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't got any.
They're both same. It's almost the same number. Bad. Also, how do I have 6 Cthulhu mythos?
I have 7 Cthulhu mythos, so
probably an episode of
Ramsey has none.
You lost it. Yeah, actually, you can make anybody who went to college can make an education roll.
There we are. People who have had reason to hear Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's regular.
That's for me. A hard.
All right.
Where's my education? Yeah, it's definitely a hard success. It's not a critical. Almost
so
critical.
Oberon is a fairy king in Shakespeare's play, and his wife is a jealous fairy princess, Titania.
Which book is that?
It's
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah.
So
it's also beef jerky.
What? There's Oberon beef jerky?
Yes.
Well, I mean, he's jerky now, but
yes.
I apparently spelled it wrong in the computer. Sorry.
So wait. So you shot an actor?
I think they prefer a thespian.
No, I shot a fairy god.
Everything's fine. We didn't go to Chicago on a time warp. We just shot a fairy god. Can we hard pass on whatever the hell's happening in here?
Yeah.
That would, can we?
Also, wait a minute. Let me open your mouth. Did you eat mushrooms while you were in there?
Oh.
What did you eat in the forest?
Magic fairy fruit.
Oh, Jesus criminy. I just look at the priest. Jesus Christ.
You're just mad you didn't get any magic fairy fruit.
A little bit. Because again, if she's single, is she hot? I mean, if her husband's dead, I could. Yeah, there's like a 12-hour waiting period.
I can be king of the forest and the sea.
See, tomorrow when we go out,
be able to check off a boon.
Yeah,
if we bring Abe.
yeah.
Is that a boon or a bane? I don't know.
Yeah. Why would sleeping with Abe be a boon?
King of the Fishmen.
So wait. There is. So you're telling me that there is
they ate magic fruit. They got a little crazy in the forest. God knows what really happened, and then walked out and told us.
No.
Like a man deer.
No, the magic fruit was after the killing of the god.
And after seeing the lady, she gave it to us so that we could understand her.
How? I mean, we can barely like get out of a town without almost dying. How did you kill a king?
Apparently bullets work real well against what was the word? The Fae?
Fae. Yeah.
I mean, they were forest creatures. That's what they were in Midsummer Night's Dream.
They were fairies.
Or no.
But she said she was a fae, and that there was going to be a big tree that grows in that glade where her husband died. So,
well, also
with more magic fruit, this is another sales opportunity here.
Maybe you did a good thing. Maybe getting rid of the monarchy of the forest is worth it. The Declaration of Forest Presence
to the forest.
The proletariat.
The Declaration of Forest Presence.
General lean in and she was kind of full of herself.
Yeah, and some of those ravens that pooped on you, they were pretty full too.
I mean, if you speak Spanish to,
I'm sorry. I'm so confused. Again, with the magic fruit, fae, women of the forest, why? What?
Look, do you want to sleep with her or not?
Well, yeah. Okay, never mind.
There we go. So tomorrow we go out, we try to find the boy and his dad. I was trying to see if she could help, but
You shot her husband, not really.
Yeah. Well, we didn't.
We didn't stop him either.
Well, we didn't think it was a Fey god.
It was a deer. We wanted to eat deer.
No, it was an honest mistake, and it was a mistake, but it wasn't malicious. It wasn't like, hey, I'm going to go out and hunt a forest god or something. So like, I will cast aspersions on Jared for many, many other reasons, but this one was genuinely a mistake.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of horrible things.
You got another one on your.
Well, this one doesn't. This one doesn't count though. This was an honest mistake.
Somewhere you feel the Fae like just making all their judgments about humans. They're like, it was a deer. We had to shoot it.
Yeah, if they've got the antlers on. If I walk into the forest and I've got antlers on, and the Fae are like, then that's on me.
I mean, if you're saying that they're basically malevolent forest creatures out there, then maybe they killed the humans.
Towards us. The attitude was not. I mean, given the circumstances, however, we must acknowledge that the forest is not our friend.
Yeah, we could have told you that 2 forests ago.
I don't think they're actively malevolent. We were in that forest for hours, and nothing happened until we screwed up.
Well, that's because they were unaware. Once we got their attention, because if they were paying attention, I would not have been able to have gotten such an excellent shot off.
So besides our murderous expedition, did you actually come up with any leads to find the boy and the husband, or whatever, the boy and the father?
They just the trail led to that glade, and that was it. That's all we got. So as far we got.
Out of character, we were following a deer trail in the hopes that they were hunting a deer.
Yep.
I thought that we were actually like following their trail.
Their trail. Yes, that's what I thought.
We were following a deer trail.
So you followed their trail until that second roll, and that second roll you had to choose a way to go, and you followed the deer trail.
I didn't understand that because I got a really good roll on the track. I would have tried to follow what.
So there was no sign of their footprints after that second one. That's why you had to make the second roll.
We just saw recent prey that they would have gone after and assumed this is the freshest. So this is probably. So, but now we know for next time. Don't go that way.
I mean, maybe they were snatched by creatures of the forest.
In fairness, you didn't really ever bring them up.
No, Jonesy brought them up. But
no,
the queen was
who brought them up?
Ramsey. Sorry. It's
I believe that was
when you have 2 names that are almost identical.
There's a lot of Z there. So yeah, and if nothing else, we'll just sort of zip ahead to tomorrow morning. Some of you stay awake.
I'm waking Abe up at 0500.
What? You're not even getting up that early.
Ooh, can you do Reveille on a harmonica?
You threw your harmonica the last time.
There we go.
Anymore.
There we go. That's what I got.
That must have been part of our provisions that we spent all that money on.
No, nobody has a harmonica. Nobody has a harmonica in Mexico.
But I do.
Nobody has. There are no harmonicas in Mexico.
They don't make them here.
Ramsey still has their harmonica because that's what you gave me.
¿Cómo se dice harmonica?
Nope.
I'm guessing it's just harmonica. I went through a stretch when I was in high school. I took German, and every time I would ask my teacher wie sagt man whatever, it was always the English word. I'm like, well, what the hell are we doing here? I believe actually my catchphrase was "those clever Germans" every time. So yeah, the next morning, Caldwell says, "Do you want Hector and Fulgencio to go with you again?"
Sure. We got other people to.
Yeah,
Sure.
wouldn't hurt.
Mhm.
Okay.
Make sure they put on their best red shirts.
Yep.
Hey.
I'm gonna get the antler hat for him.
So yeah, Hector and Fulgencio will go along. They both seem the worse for wear. They had a lot of fun last night. Let's see. Abe, make me a con roll.
Like for Constitution or just for
Yeah,
con?
no, for Constitution. Yeah.
I make it just a regular.
All right. Yeah. This was a Wednesday for you.
Yeah, I was about to say we wrapped it up at midnight. It wasn't really a hard drinker. Plus all that food, you really can't get drunk if you've eaten that much meat.
That also an excellent episode.
I mean,
that's not how it works.
What? Haven't you been to Choco de Fogo or whatever? Like all the
what Choco de Fogo? Is it like exactly. A chocolate meat place? What is it?
That's the.
What is that? The Brazilian steakhouse place.
I have not been.
Okay, all they do is feed you meat, and I thought okay. Nobody really cares.
And pineapple.
Yeah. I had a margarita.
Oh, that's what I want.
That the open part of the margarita, when I tipped it up, you couldn't see my face anymore. That's how big the margarita was, and like I couldn't get drunk. That's how much meat I ate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in fairness,
3 of those.
Your liver is like 0.45 of an Abe. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Fogo de Chao, that one, right?
That's it.
Choco de Fogo. That's like, is it fake chocolate? It's a restaurant of carob. It's a restaurant of fake chocolate. That would I would firebomb that place.
So let's do some survival or attack rolls, shall
or
we?
something.
All right, so you head into the forest, and for about 3 hours, the 3 who went last time are very confident about the track, and then they come to a point where they all sheepishly look in one direction, and then like are everybody at this. You've now reached the point where the tracks seem to end, and everybody can make me what's called a spot hidden roll.
Oh, I can do that.
That I can actually succeed in. Regular.
Yep, regular.
Hard.
Regular.
Okay. I think everyone made that roll. Jeez.
Yeah.
What hidden's real high right now?
I guess so.
Everyone at the same time there.
Yeah, we're like, hey.
So you all notice, and some of you remark on, or some of you find it remarkable, that there is one path. There's sort of 4 trunks to where you are now, and there's one path that has ravens along it.
That's odd. Should we go that way? Is that a sign? Is that where we should go?
I'm thinking that's where we should not go.
So it is different than the way you went last night,
but
it is not the deer trail.
Are we thinking if they haven't come back, they might have offended the good lady as well?
Not as badly as we did.
If they're not able to come back.
It's definitely possible. I mean, that's the only path that's different. So
the 3 of you that had the experience last night, make me what would this be? Let's call it oh man, like I'm trying to think of what I'm going to call it an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Oh well.
I got a critical success.
Oh man.
I got an 01.
Regular.
All right. Well, you guys all are crazy on this. So you make the connection. The critical and the critical successes make the connection. The village is mainly indigenous people, so it's mainly native Indians. It doesn't even seem like mestizo, mixed. It seems mainly indigenous. So, maybe they aren't as bad as the white people. Who knows?
Maybe the ravens are helping us find someone who's connected to the land.
That would be nice.
It'd be nice to have something go right.
Maybe they just want to decorate the other side of Jared's poncho.
How about Grupo de Divisio?
Nope.
Dividir el grupo.
Let's I don't see anything that leads us to a better path. Let's try that one.
Follow the Black Feather Road. Is that what we're doing?
So all right, you set off into the forest, and how do Hector and Fulgencio feel about this?
We can tell them it's a bad idea if you need me to do that.
Nah.
So at one point, you notice like Hector and Fulgencio are kind of joking around, and Fulgencio like points his pistol up at one of the ravens.
Nope. I tell him to stop.
He looks at you.
It's bad luck. Real bad luck.
Gringos.
Damn right.
So you're now you stop for lunch. You know, you have they sent you in with some tamales wrapped in corn husks. And so you stop, you have a quick lunch, and you figure you've been going now for several hours. You left, we'll say about 9, and then it was about noon when you got to the crossroads, and then you went about an hour along the Raven Path and you had lunch, and so by the time it's probably 4:00.
There's no sign of that any person has been through here.
Just the ravens. And you, just as you are reaching the point where if you don't turn around, it's going to be dark, ahead of you is a giant tree, and it looks like a face. And there's an opening where the mouth would be of this face that is like doorish.
You gotta be.
Oh hell!
I'm like, this is where we divisio el grupo. Right.
Hector, check that out.
Give Abe a point of Spanish.
Hector and Fulgencio are just like, they say it's a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna approach it. And
I'm pointing at like the face in the tree and all that. Like you don't see it.
It's a tree with a hole in it.
I'm gonna go up and knock on the tree and say
All right.
hola, and then also say hello in Olmec.
Okay. When you come up to the tree, you knock on it, and the opening, there is just a cavernous gulf that leads down, and there is a stairway, an earthen stairway that descends into the darkness.
Are there? I say, look around. Are there any footprints here?
You do not see any footprints.
Does a rabbit with a stopwatch run by, pocket watch run by?
I'm late for a very important date.
In Spanish, damn it.
Yeah.
Big cat with a big grin sitting in the tree. Yes.
I barely speak English, man. You think I'm going to manage Spanish?
And you don't want to give it away, too. You're
that too. Also, Susanna doesn't read a lot.
So only Elias is up at the tree right now looking, but you all see him like looking down.
Yeah, there's a stairway here.
Ah.
Hector and Fulgencio look at Jared.
It goes underground. It's a passageway.
It's a tree.
Boy, they're gonna be fun to watch break.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Well, I mean, do we see what looks like a doorway on it?
I mean, there's definitely an opening in the tree, and if you get as close as Elias is, you see just cavernous dark down below with an earthen stairway leading down into it.
Well, I mean,
Show
I'll
them,
go
show
look,
them.
but I'll see. Hopefully, I'll see more than just cavernous dark.
All right, so you look down and you see this stairway go as far as you can see down. I mean, it's dark, so, but you see it down about 40 feet, at least it goes. But you feel like it goes farther than that.
So I'm going to pull out the lantern and light the lantern. And
All right, yeah.
Somebody else going to go first, or am I going to go first?
We send the big guys down. Send the big guys down.
No, they're not going to go down there.
So is it like, I'm trying to picture this. Is this like a spiral going down, or is it just like
it's just a straight stairway down?
I mean, we're already in it, and I'll stick a leg through and start on my way down.
Yeah.
All right, you start to go down.
And I'll follow.
You hear it, like, when you go down first, you hear Hector and Felhencio like going, "Hey, you're the only one we can talk to. Where are you going?"
There's a stairway. Come on.
Not a chance.
Well,
There's no stairway in a tree.
Well, I'm looking at a stairway, and I'm standing on a stairway, so
tell them to keep watching. Tell them to keep watching. Don't shoot any animals.
Yeah. You guys can keep guard up here. The animals in this forest aren't right. Don't shoot any of them.
It's gonna get dark soon.
Well,
if you're not back in an hour, we're heading back.
Yeah, we won't be back in time. Okay.
What? You kind of trailed off there.
Yeah, if it's gonna get dark soon, y'all can head back now.
Okay, they leave.
And I'm
as soon as they
going
leave,
down.
Wait, Jared, wait, are we just going to see the Great Race? Are we just like going to end up back under the Salt Lake? Like, do we think the kid is here?
We have we haven't seen trace of any of them. I mean, given what we saw in the forest, I think that they're on the face side of things.
Yeah, that seems most likely at this point, because I mean, all this is just too weird to not be connected somehow.
Yeah, we haven't seen any other footprints or anything, so let's do this.
Yeah, I'm slowly going down.
I'll go next.
Okay. So Elias has a lantern. Jared and Susanna have no need. This stairway is vertiginous. It is it doesn't double back. It doesn't, spiral at all. It just keeps going down, and there's just open void on either side.
I need some mushrooms.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, is there earth above, like roots or anything to?
No, that's as soon as you are in the stairway under the tree, it's like, I mean, you can look back and you can see the opening where the sky is, but it's like you're not underground. You are in a void.
We're going to the goddamn underworld to bring their spirits back, aren't we?
Aren't you supposed to give something to the boat driver too?
Tamales?
Oh yeah,
well,
good call.
I've hardly got any money left, so
need a coin.
Do you have an obelisk?
I got a little pocket change.
Pocket tamales from this morning.
So you go down for an uncomfortable amount of time, and you go a little slow because gaping void on either side of you. So you're kind of single file, and you're slowly on your way down. and you reach a door floating in the void in front of you. There's not even a landing. There's just a door. And there's a knocker on the door.
Oh, it's not a handle, just the knocker?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry if no one else is ready, but Jared's like ready as we'll ever.
We're not going to get you ready or just do it.
Yeah. I was like, where else are we going? I'm not going that way.
You knock on the door and
knocking on hell's door.
A voice on the other side says, "Who seeks entrance?"
Jared Reinhard. I like look back and shrug my shoulders at the rest. I'm like,
whose memory do you seek?
Does everyone else hear this?
Yes.
Y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Yeah. I don't understand well, mine first off.
Jared, do you want to see what it was like from Oberon's point of view?
No.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh God.
I was there. He was pretty out of it. I got him good. I don't think there's much to. I got the gist of his point of view.
It's the people's name. One was Benito, and what was the other person's name?
You got the name. It was Iturbide.
Iturbide and Benito, as is who we're looking for.
Benito was the kid. He went first. He was missing first.
He went first, so we should ask. Yeah, Benito, boy from the village.
What have you brought in tribute?
If only I collected the head of that god.
I don't think that would have gone over well.
Well, you never know.
We have the traditional offerings of alcohol, tobacco, and food. And I'd like knock Elias's arm and be like,
Tamale goes shooting off into the void.
Oh, hey, Elias, nobody else but you have a sense of like movement in the void, of like wispy sort of things moving just out of the range of your sight.
Yes. There's probably spirits all around us.
Can you ask him to get the tamale back?
So Abe, you say we brought these traditional gifts and this is acceptable.
Yeah, so I basically put down a couple cigarettes, my flask, and then I try and get Tamale Boy to give me one.
Couple of tamales.
The door to the spirit realm will remain open for 1 day.
Flash, you're up.
All right, guys.
Ooh, who is the hottest lady? Ooh, is Cleopatra here?
So before you is a cave. There are walls all around, so when you enter the door, you'll be entering into a cave.
I make whatever space needed for Elias to pass by, and I look at him expectantly.
Guess I'll go first.
All right. You step in, and
I want to put my hand on his shoulder as he goes by, just be like, "It was an honor working with you."
He jumps a little when you touch him. So, Elias, you step in and you see just a titanic city all around you, teeming with people of every kind, every creed, every there are people wearing weird old clothes. There are people wearing weird new clothes.
Is there any man-headed deer around?
You do not see a deer-headed man anywhere, no. You all see Elias is just like looking around inside this cave.
We don't see anything, do we? Like, I don't see anything.
Have you stepped through the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna go behind him.
All right, you step through the door, and you have like the not quite developed photograph version of that. You see like superimposed images over this cave.
Oh, okay.
Some sort of city of the dead. The dead walk many places.
Not again.
I'm really not seeing this, but okay.
I'm gonna.
You're not seeing it?
I'm gonna step through the door after them.
All right, you have that same sense of just like superimposed every once in a while, getting a glimpse of there's something there, but really all you're seeing is this cave that leads ever on.
I can see it a little bit. It's like a picture on glass every once in a while.
I look at Ramsey. Are we all going in? Is this what we're doing?
I don't want to stay out here by myself, that's for sure.
Do we have a rope?
Yeah, you probably have, not a ton of rope.
Yeah, I was gonna say not enough to like.
I mean, Susanna loves her lasso, so that's probably like, you probably have like 40 feet of rope.
So that's not enough to tie Elias and send him in and get him back.
Well, more important, do you have a pocket watch? Because we got 24 hours if we're going in there.
Yeah, speaking of which, is my pocket watch, when I pull it out, is it accurate? Has it stopped?
It is still going.
Okay.
I'm going to see how long is a lasso.
Not 40 feet.
Yeah, not that long.
I don't want to know how long a rope 60 to 100 feet.
Oh, wow.
Really?
With a slip noose at one end. So we'll say you have 80 feet of rope.
Okay. I don't think that's going to be enough with...
Me neither.
I mean, Elias is seeing way more than I am, I think, which makes sense. You see ghosts.
Yeah, I think we all just need to tie up and I will lead us on.
All
right.
Divisiero el Grupo. Elias Divisidero.
So I'm gonna call out the two names.
Okay. There's an echo. Like when you speak above your normal speaking tone in here is kind of a hushed whisper, but as soon as you say something loud, it seems to echo all around. Ramsey and Jared, are you entering the door? Are you guys in?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in.
So you all see a figure coming down the cave. And walking towards you is a skeleton. It looks like a Calavera doll. It looks like it's carved, almost like it's carved out of wood with like the exaggerate. For those of you who don't know, Calaveras are these exaggerated images from Day of the Dead of skulls and skeletons. Or if you're a fan of the awesome video game, oh god, I just forgot the damn name. Grim
Fandango.
Grim Fandango. Wow, that was embarrassing. If you haven't played Grim Fandango, go play it. It is fantastic. And all the voice acting is done by a Chicano Shakespeare troupe.
Cool.
Aw.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
For going in there, does one need a soul to see a soul?
Apparently not. Well,
okay.
I mean, you haven't seen a soul yet, but you see this skeleton coming towards you.
Oh, that's physical. There we go. That's
fine. And you get the skeleton is conveying to you like anxiety as it comes up, and the skeleton like comes very close to you, and it says, you would, I don't have you on the list. How did you die?
Oh, we're not dead. We're just. I'm sorry.
Not dead.
No.
I don't have paperwork for this.
We're only going to be here for about a day. We gave an offering at the door and we were let in.
You got through the door.
Alcohol and cigarettes. Whoever's been in the doors got
peckish.
Speaking of which, do you have a list? So do you have Benito? What's the kid's name on the list?
You actually make a
I think
group.
we would have gotten their name.
Well, you're about to make a group luck roll to see if you did. Let's just say you are not the world's greatest detectives.
We've said it like 3 times.
It's Benito and
We just said the names at the doorway.
Yeah, you said the first
Inter.
names.
Yeah, but we don't know their last name.
Well, let's see.
We don't know the last
I'm looking for 3 successes on this luck roll.
I got a 97. So
I'm looking for 4 successes on this luck roll. All right, so you know Benito and Iturbide.
Hold on.
I can't re-roll.
Ramsey and I have decent
luck.
Yeah. Yes. I'm good. I already made it.
Ramsey made it though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need 3 more successes.
You're not.
Well, what is?
No.
Not going to happen.
Well,
inspiration can only take you so far.
What is Ramsey's luck?
Ramsey's 56.
So there is a 1 in 4 chance that you get a hard success, which would be 2.
Okay, what? Okay, wait.
How delicious would it be if Ramsey misses because of this?
Yeah, because I didn't get a hard success this last time, but
I don't think there's a way to succeed.
The names are going to be at most a day apart. If the names are on the list, they're going to be just a day apart. So I mean,
yeah.
If it's chronological and not alphabetical.
Doesn't matter. We can ask for their names and see if there's somebody by that name here, right?
If we can remember them, yes.
Benito,
we know the first names. We don't know the last names.
Right.
Wait, didn't actually the Rosalita's full name was said. I think.
I actually don't remember. I don't know their last name because I didn't say it.
No,
that wasn't said.
No, never. I've never heard of the last name. I just heard the first names.
I don't even know if she has a last name. I don't know if they have. This is just Prince.
Oh, he's here.
But we do at least have the first names because we've said them multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they're new arrivals, they're probably still in central processing.
Okay.
That usually takes at least a decade.
Oh.
So
Well then.
I mean, if they're not there, then they're not dead. And we can return with the good news and be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
We have 23 and a half hours to get out of here.
You're the first live people I've ever seen here.
What's your name?
I'm Alejandro.
What's your last name, Alejandro?
Diego.
Pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you. I don't know who you are, which is strange because I always know who dead people are. I've never not known who someone was who came through that door.
Elias Jackson.
Oh, somebody with a name almost just like that is here.
Yeah. Fantastic writer, that guy.
He is. He works for the paper.
You have a paper?
We have a paper, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Abe Froman Jr.
Okay.
Ramsey Cole, Suzanne
Howdy.
Edition, and Jared Reinhardt.
If I stay here, does that mean I get an afterlife after all?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, you're not real.
You're familiar with the name then.
No.
He's got the papers all in his hands.
Yeah.
Can I just knock them out of his hands with that? That's just...
All right, yeah. You his clipboard and his stylus go clattering down. And he's like, what was that for?
He's real.
I
He's a
mean,
real boy after all.
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yeah.
he's a construct.
But buddy.
I'm a real construct. I'm here.
I just point to my stopwatch. I'm like my stopwatch.
I mean, I guess whatever helps you sleep at night. And he'll start picking up his papers and his stuff.
Which way to processing?
Oh, central processing. It's that big golden building on the left. You can't miss it. And Elias, you see, so you're getting the superimposed vision of the cave, and the city is real to you. Everybody else sees the cave and is getting like superimposed visions of the city.
Alejandro, would you mind escorting us? I'm sorry, are we taking away from your duties? Would this?
Well, I'm supposed to process anybody who comes through the door, but I wasn't expecting people to come through the door.
Okay. When's your next appointment?
5 minutes.
Could you spend 2.5 minutes with us? Walk us as far as you can before returning to the door?
I'm sure, but I mean, you really can't miss it.
Okay. It's right there. I see that big glowing.
It is the tallest building. It is. So this is the tallest building you have seen by a factor of hundreds.
And
Okay.
how do we get back out? Like, to me, I'm assuming.
Oh, nobody leaves.
But the guy at the door said we could leave.
Except on the Day of the Dead, because then the door is open.
The door is open.
And it's going to be open for the rest of the day.
Oh God, don't tell anyone that.
All right. Let's get a move
Let's
on.
roll.
We don't have much time.
Let's go.
Go.
I will lead.
He's like, so he'll take you part of the way. So you all have the very disquieting experience of trying to walk through a wall. And it takes you a little time to not notice the wall.
What if we close our eyes and grab the person in front of us?
So that works first time, but like
we've got the rope, right? That's the whole point of the rope, is we follow Elias through the rope.
Just like close eyes and let him pull us through, basically.
all right.
And I can tap someone on the shoulder along the way and tell them like, hey, the door's open for 24 hours.
Are you looking back or? Oh wait, are you telling somebody that?
Yeah, I'm telling someone that.
All right.
I am sick of being called not real and whatnot.
All right.
Jared, we have to make it somebody good. We can't just make it anybody.
I can barely see these things.
They're
So
spreading
you-
word all over the place.
You see a shadowy figure, and you just go, "Hey, buddy, the door's open. You can get out." And and you hear this deep voice go, "Really?" And like this, you get the sense of the spirit dashing towards the door.
I've done a good thing.
Have you?
That can't possibly be good.
I'm saying I don't know if you're supposed to find somebody who's been dead for 250 years, but I'm saying you might want to find him.
See if we can't find this Cortez fellow.
Well, I can't see this Cortez fellow.
Actually, that's not a bad. Wait.
Oh, by the way, I'm supposed to kill someone named Cortez, but if I could bring his ghost to the Fairy Queen, that might...
Can you, Elias, could you behead a ghost and then we take the...
I don't know.
Did you behead a ghost?
I can. I don't think I've ever touched a ghost.
They have not been corporeal in your experience,
Right?
So I can't punch them.
We just got rated again by Rep RPG. Thanks for rating us,
Hello,
guys.
friends. Welcome.
I had no idea at the start of this episode that they would end up in the land of the dead, but here they are. They have 24 hours to track down 2 lost souls in the city of the dead.
So let's head to central processing.
All right, you make it to central processing, and there is there's a doorman in like full doorman's like 1920s doorman outfit, and he sees you and he says, "Cause of death."
We ain't dead.
Beg pardon?
We're visiting.
Yeah, Alejandro Diego sent us over here. It's a long story. We're here for 23 and a half-ish hours. We're looking for 2 individuals. We have three individuals.
So you're not dead,
Correct.
but you're here.
Yep.
Correct.
You're sure you're not dead?
Quiet.
Not yet.
He reaches out and he like pokes Elias in the ribs.
I wondered if he was ticklish.
Yeah, that is not dead. Wow. I haven't felt warm flesh in a long time. Ugh.
Ooh, okay.
That is a horrifying way to put that.
So you're here looking for dead people. Why are you looking for them?
Actually, maybe dead. They're missing from the village.
If they're here, everyone here is dead.
Except us.
But if they're not here, then we know they're not dead and we will leave.
How are you here?
We came through the tree in the forest.
None of that sentence made sense.
There's a long stairway in the void with ghosts, spirits on either side. And then we got to this door and we offered alcohol and cigarettes and that got us in.
Man. Look, I got a job to do. I don't want to get fired.
Cool.
Just give me a cause of death.
Rank stupidity.
Works for me. That probably covers the lot of you, right?
You want to use a vengeful fairy goddess?
Times 5. Oh man, that would have been the second vengeful fairy goddess we got in the last couple of days.
Wait, really?
Oh.
What was the
Yeah,
last
that one doesn't happen it's very rare that you get a VFG 720.
Where is she?
Who's the one who reported
I'd like to look them up.
Look, I'm not allowed by regulation to give out that information. But I heard cigarettes mentioned.
Abe?
Yeah. And I get the stupid thing back out. I get my little thing, my little cigarette holder back out. Can you even smoke?
Ooh.
Or do I just let him
Even
sniff
better
it?
when you know it's not going to kill you. And he like reaches in and grabs 3 cigarettes and he pockets them. And he's like, well, there was an Iturbide Ramirez came in yesterday.
That's who we're looking for.
Ramirez.
What about a Benito Ramirez? 2 days ago.
No, he's not. I don't see him on the list.
Where can we speak to Iturbide?
Which one of you got the VGF 720?
We all just sort of look at Jared.
Jared puts his hand up.
All right.
Right, can we go in?
Yeah, we were asking where can I meet up with the other fellow who had it?
He's in processing. If you go in there now, look. I don't know what breathers are going to do in there.
What do you mean?
I mean, you breathe.
Right.
That's true.
And
very fond of it.
It's not a place for breathers.
Would it be possible for, I don't know, you to page Mr. Ramirez and have him come to the front door?
What? No. Hi. Do you know how many people are in central processing right now?
I pull up 2 more cigarettes and be like, we'll watch your door if you go get him.
Well, look, I'm tied to a rope. If I go limp, just pull me back.
No, I think Abe's got a good idea there.
Because I don't think paging.
You have 2.5 minutes before the next person arrives. That's what Alejandro said.
Man. All right, 3 cigarettes.
Fine.
All right, he goes running in. He comes back almost instantaneously with a small man wearing like peasant clothes, like a light white shirt that is very loose, and some light cotton pants, and a homemade straw hat, and he looks very confused, and he's basically been torn from like shoulder to hip open. There's like a gaping wound. And he's like, what?
Mr. Ramirez.
Yes.
He speaks English now?
So for everyone here, you understand everyone here.
Ooh.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
And the doorman will say, look, do me a favor and just go around the corner or something, because the next person is here in 2 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Come with us and let's walk.
But I got to get him back.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep him.
Yeah.
Obviously, look at him.
The other one, Hernan Cortez.
He's probably through processing already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's through processing.
Well,
that would have been several hundred years.
For like oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hernan Cortez, yeah.
Hernan Cortez owns that, and off in the distance, you see a golden ziggurat. With like the top of it is a throne of skulls. And sitting on the throne of skulls is a skeleton in full conquistador armor.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're like, cool, thanks. You know what that says to me? Death ain't gonna be that bad. I got new life goals / death goals. I have death goals, my friend. Now
you have death
goals.
So he's not a ghost. He's a skeleton, which means I can remove his head. That's what I'm interpreting from this.
That's what I heard.
This is gonna be an adventure.
# death goals.
Good Lord.
I'm gonna do my.
This is going so off the rails.
So totally. Do I think? Okay, just internally, I'm assuming this is all incredibly disorientating.
Oh yeah, it's all weird.
Do I think I can take the rope off, get to him, take his head, and get back?
You can barely see him. So, as far as your brain knows, you are walking in the wall of a cave, and every once in a while, you get like a flash of like a door or it's just, you have no idea what's going on. You're very confused. And when you are talking to someone, they seem to coalesce.
Elias, can you help me double kill the man on that ziggurat?
Let's hold off. Let's deal with one problem at a time.
Yeah. What happened to Interbide?
I'm going to say that's a sentence that has never been uttered in the history of man.
Double kill?
Can you help me double kill the man on that ziggurat?
Yeah, that does make it a little unique. Yeah. I'm certain there's some first-person shooter somewhere where that's been said.
I'm sure historically, like 500 years ago, that may have been said.
Okay, but yeah, task at hand. Okay.
Yeah, so ask Interbide what happened.
So Interbide is very confused by all this. Like, can you go kill the man on the ziggurat? And he's just like...
ask him what if he knows what happened.
Where am I?
Benito.
You're in the land of the dead. Your son appears to still be alive. We are looking for you and your son on behalf of your daughter. If you remember anything about where your son last was, we can go look for him and at least bring one of you back. And if you can tell us where you died, maybe we can bring your body back to her for final rites. That's a lot to lay on a man, but we don't have much time.
I died in the forest. There was a horrible beast before me. It was an angry deer with sharp antlers that came upon me out of nowhere, and he like waves at the gaping wound in his chest.
And I turn towards everyone else. I did a good thing.
And he says, I was looking for Benito in the forest, and the last thing I knew was this horrible creature came upon me, and I screamed, and I don't know if I scared it or what, but it did this. Were you on his trail when that happened? Did you think you were close? Did you see any signs of him, or were you just out in the forest hoping to come across him and then you I was just trying to find him. I don't know where he went. Benito went into the forest often. He said he was meeting a girl, but there are no girls in the forest.
Maybe the Fairy Queen was cheating on the Fairy King.
Who are you people?
That is a terrible question.
Esters?
So, do you recall when you went to the river? There were 4 different paths to take. Do you remember which one you took?
That was a long time ago.
That was yesterday.
What?
That's 2 days ago.
2 days ago? Oh yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, now it's 2 days.
I feel like I've been in line for a year.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's only been a couple days.
That's bureaucracy for you.
Yeah.
I went to the right. No, I followed the deer trail.
Did you
right? Yes, you did.
And we didn't see that body anywhere.
Nope. No, you did not see a body. So are you dead?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, that must be nice.
Sometimes.
Depends.
Abe's like, golden ziggurat.
I know. I was like, first of all, we can't actually kill Hernan Cortez. I gotta figure out how he did that first, and then we kill him. And then I might stay. I mean,
we just make a vacancy for you.
Yeah.
Future home.
Yeah, future home of.
Why are you here?
We're investigating you and your son. We got asked to come on and try to figure out what happened to y'all.
Rosalita sent us.
Oh, Rosalita, my daughter.
Yeah. She was worried about you and wanted us to try to find you, and don't know how we're going to break it to her. But if we could find Benito, then we'd be good.
Benito always he loves harmonica.
Damn it all.
Nobody loves harmonica.
No, Benito when he was a boy, I played a harmonica for him. And he begged me to learn. And so I gave him my harmonica, and he takes it into the forest with him.
Oh, so if we play, maybe he'll come play back for us.
It's possible, yes.
Okay.
If only we could do that. It's a shame, though.
We got it.
I think that's our mission. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna save Benito. Thank you so much.
One last thing. Do you have a message for your family that we can take back?
I mean, I will point out, and I make sure that I like lean down. The door is open.
You don't look so good, though. I wouldn't go walking around.
A message from my family. Don't go in the forest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I missed them. But it gets harder and harder to remember them.
Okay.
We won't tell them that part.
No. But I am told that every Day of the Dead, we get to go visit our families.
Mm-hmm.
And so that will remind me of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll tell them to watch for you next time.
Hey,
just like
you're very kind.
You're able to go see him and remember him because the door is open. The door that is currently standing open and will be for the rest of the day. Just saying.
What door? I don't.
There's a door.
Maybe they tell us.
There's a door between worlds, basically. Between the living and the dead.
Oh.
And
so I could just leave?
You might want to come back before 22 hours have passed, if you can keep track of time. It's going to be close.
I mean, there's no sun. I don't know what time it is.
No, but there is out there.
I haven't even been processed yet. I don't know anything.
Maybe they won't be able to get out if they're not processed.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure they could just leave. I mean, and it's going to be, what, a decade before they finish processing you? So you want to take this window, this is it.
If you choose to leave, I can't guarantee your soul will rest.
That's also very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is the most terrifying thing anyone has ever said to me. I will not go to heaven. Is this heaven?
I think this is processing.
Is there processing in heaven?
Well, there must be.
What? What?
I'll just shrug. Don't know yet.
This is Spanish heaven.
All right.
You know what, sir? I've got to go. I got to go take over a ziggurat.
This is the quest now. I hope you're happy.
This is it.
Oh my God.
If you don't want us to go to the underworld and take over a ziggurat, you don't set things up like this, Ezra. This is all of your make.
You literally
it's Chekhov's ziggurat.
I mean,
golden skulls.
How would Abe not want to be on top of that thing?
There you go. Okay, geez. I'm gonna make what roll for Benito? Sorry, for Iturbide. All right. Yeah. Hi. He says, "No, I must. You have given me the ability to see my family again. I must. Thank you, friends.
Good luck.
I'm sure not being processed won't be a problem."
Yeah, I'm sure. Just like us being here and alive isn't a problem.
If ghosts keep escaping before I want to.
All right, he will head off.
Let's go.
So,
the door reopens on the next Day of the Dead if you have trouble getting back in.
Just haunt the world for a year. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Just haunt your family for a year.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've accomplished what we need to accomplish here.
What?
Yes.
What? No. I am not going to have a fairy queen breathing up my ass for the rest of my natural life.
Your own natural life.
I am taking that man out of here. I'd say dead or alive, but dead, and dragging him to that.
Or both. Remember, we do both now.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, when it's an option.
All right.
Lead on, Elias.
So that's where it is.
How else are you going to impress a fairy queen?
Let's go and steal Cortez from his ziggurat.
We'll find out what happens next week in this insanity. Yeah, wow. Patreons, in the after show, I will tell you exactly how much of this I planned. That's not true. There was one part of it I planned, but man. Okay, well, this was glorious insanity. You guys, I don't say it enough. You guys are awesome. That was a fun time. You surprised me. You made me laugh. There were great moments in there. Let's see, our quotes. Drinking in the best part of the night. You should see him with fish. It's a lot of ITYs I'm not ready to deal with. Maybe they joined a sex cult. But the food. A rare NPC title, Dividir el Grupo.
Yes. Love that.
You need your soul saved. I need an enchilada. Somebody's got to learn Spanish real quick. Don't you have a superpower too? I can shoot the wings off a butterfly. I sleep with fish people. I didn't wear the right shoes. I'm guessing the birds are taking care of it. I did not mean to kill your deer man. I wouldn't need something that pulses. No, I shot a fairy god. The forest is not our friend. Nobody has a harmonica in Mexico. You can't get that drunk with all that meat. I have death goals now, which that's a strong contender.
I want that one. I really want that one to be next.
It's literally, people are like hashtag life goals. I'm like hashtag death goals.
No, perfect.
Hashtag cursed. Can you help me double kill the person on that ziggurat? Also a strong, I've got to go take over a ziggurat, and I'm not going to have a fairy queen breathing up my ass.
Yeah, I'm not sure that ain't going to work.
That was glorious insanity. So friends, don't forget. So first of all, thank you so much for the 3 raids. We had 3 great groups raid us. We had an awesome giveaway. Congratulations, Tomaranth. Don't forget our schedule coming up. Monday, Swords and Sages in studio. Wednesday, the redacted reports in your ears. Saturday, a double header on your screens. We've got Rime of the Frost Maiden, actually on all of our screens. Or is Rime live? I don't know.
No.
Okay, Rime is okay. Rime starting at 11 o'clock, and then we come in with the assault on the Golden Ziggurat.
I actually like that for a title, The Assault on the Golden Ziggurat.
By the way, if you're on the fence about becoming a Patreon, I got a spoiler in the before the show. Apparently, coming soon, Patreon giveaways. We're going to have special giveaways for thresholds of Patreons. More to come on that, but another little reason to if you've ever wanted a shirt with an octopus on it, just
tell your friends. Tell your friends to join the Patreon.
Or maybe tell your enemies if it's that shirt. I don't know.
So we're working on a couple of things. So there are some of you that have been Patreons for a long time. So we want to reward you. So we will have some longevity giveaways as well.
Ooh.
It's always nice as an old person myself. It's always nice when old people get things. Our Discord, jump on our Discord. It's a great community. There is all sorts of wacky silliness going on in there. And find our stuff on podcasts and YouTube. Thank you so much for all your likes, your subscribes, your comments. We really appreciate it. I hadn't heard in a while, but we just in the last episode, my old buddy Maria Lindy said, commented again. Hadn't heard from her in a while. Fun to hear. She's a big Tidwell fan. So actually, she commented on Swords and Sages. That's right. I think that's gonna do it. So we'll be back with the after show in a minute. But goodbye, internet friends.